जय गुरुदेव एवरीवन। वी कैन ऑल विश ईच अदर जय गुरुदेव। सभी को जय गुरुदेव करके विश कर सकते हैं। मैं आपको अनम्यूट का ऑप्शन देता हूँ। ओके, वील स्टार्ट विद द प्रेयर। प्रार्थना से शुरू करते हैं। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री विश्वेश्वराय नमः। ओम गुरुजी श्री ऋषि प्रभाकराय नमः। ओम गुरुमाता रमा देवी अम्मा नमः। ओम स्वयं नमः। I see godliness in everyone. I see divinity in every way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful. So let's start today's joy shop. And yes, today the topic is freedom from karmic debts, and we have Jake Light G with us today. All right. So keep a joy shop diary ready next to you, and of course a pen. So whatever the learnings are, you can always jot them down. What is the reason that situations and people and circumstances and that experiences keep getting repeated again and again and again and again, and what is the way out? So of course, Jake Light G will be enlightening us on this particular subject. So yes, Jake Light G, you're all set.
Yeah, thank you. Pranams to all of you who are here, present here. I am right now in Delhi, Ghaziabad. I was just attending this session with one of our friend here, Puneet ji, who's an advocate here. He works in the High Court, and in India, he's got his team. So I was addressing kind of a short program for all his team here. And rightly, he only reminded the program was going. He said, "Bhaiya, aapka program hai." Then I said, "Okay, let's shut down." And that's how you saw the whole thing happening. So I'm so happy to see you all here, Rajesh ji.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jake Ji. I know that you have been traveling and there have been a lot of programs that are happening. But in spite of all that, you removed time today to be here with us. So thank you so much once again. Jai Gurudev.
My pleasure, and I'm very happy to serve in whatever way I can, the best way I can. So,
Wonderful.
I was in
Yes.
Ajmer just yesterday. I was in Khwaja Gariban Nawaz for 1.5 days. I wanted to spend my day there in the Samadhi of the great Avadut or Pir Paigambar Khwaja Gariban. It was beautiful energy. I wanted to recharge myself before coming here to this place. So this time I chose Ajmer. And it was very beautiful, very, very beautiful experience from where I came here.
Yes, a little bit about Jake Light G. Of course, I don't know much, but a little bit, whatever I had seen, had gone through the introduction that Jake Light G is always, connected to the great masters, like as we know, the Siddhas and the Avdutas, and a lot of, you know, that divine grace just flows through him. And also, Jake, like you mentioned, that today it will just be like in a flow, the connection happens and things just start flowing. So that's the beautiful part of today's Joy Show. Yes.
Yes, Rajesh ji, I'm little sorry because I wanted to hear the whole thing about your program and things. But yes, I think more or less I know from Manoj Bhai and his beautiful team here and Rishi Prabhakar ji's grace. I am very much used to it now. So I do understand the grace that is flowing from the Guru Mandala into all of us. Of course, it's the same grace of the Lord flowing through multiple gurus and multiple sects, and that is how we are able to connect with each other on all these terms. So Rajesh told me that let's have a talk on something that has got to do with the joy shops that you're doing. And one thing that came to my mind and his mind also was about forgiveness, about how we can forgive ourselves. So I was telling we can go a little deeper into that forgiveness aspect, because one is the simple thing of I forgive you, you forgive me, and we have all those interconnections. But then I was also telling, if we can become aware of why we come to a situation where we have to forgive, why bring us ourselves to that kind of a state or position where I have to forgive myself? How about not bringing that state itself? Why do I have to bring myself into that state? So there is, when we investigate and go deeper, we will come to know that we have come to that state where we need forgiveness or we need to forgive others. It is only because we are now entangled with them through something called the karmic debt. Bina karan ke, without reason, nobody will come into our life and do such an act where we have to seek forgiveness or we have to forgive them. The whole incident of seeking forgiveness and forgiving others happens because of our give and take. So we take something from others or we give something from others. Or in little more rude words, we can say we snatch something from others and someone snatches from us. That snatching can be very hard. So when somebody snatches something from us or does any wrong to us, we cannot forgive them. So we develop some kind of resentment, some kind of grudges against them. And that grudges keeps us in the loophole of many unwanted circumstances like negative emotions. And from there, new dramas, new karmas of life. It keeps on sprouting like a rakta bija. One drop of blood falls, and from there, multiple rakta bij that we know. So, one such incident can cause multiple incidents in our life, non-stop. It can go on. So, one breeds to the other. So, there is no end to this loop. So, I was always questioning, okay, fine, fantastic to forgive and all those things. But am I learning the lesson? Because if I don't learn the lesson, I can get into same kind of scenarios again and again. And then sit again healing, forgiving, and all this. So, ye kab tak chalega? The first thing that I wanted to say was, first let us become aware and consciously put an end to this new drama of giving and taking, forgiving and accepting, loving, and all these things. That we can do through awareness. The more we live a life of awareness, we first put an arrest to any such events in life which will lead us to such kind of things where we have to sit and heal and forgive and all those things. So, firstly, that puts a halt to it. So, we are aware and conscious that I don't enter into new contracts with people. Please understand that whenever we are with each other, we are only entering into new contracts. How do we build contracts? Learn them. Now, I would like to go a little deeper into Shiva Sutras to make you understand of how this whole game of karmic debts begins. Because if you go to the root of it, it will be very easy to solve the problem itself. So I am not very keen on the superficial level of working because superficial is important. We have to begin from there. Forgiving others, that's fine. But how about healing the source of that being which is creating this nuisance of non forgiveness? So, firstly, let us understand what is this karmic debt. Karmic debt contracts are the same. So, karmically, when we get bound by somebody, what is karmic debt? Debt means rid. Something that I've taken from somewhere, I have to give back now. Or somebody has taken from me, they have to give us back now. That is called debt, imbalance. That's why I'm telling give and take. Life is a balance of give and take. Why do we take birth, first of all? Janam kyun lete? We take birth to only balance this karma. So Prakriti is only throwing us back into a body to simply finish off the karma and liberate yourself and come to your original real state of Satchitana. We have tumbled down from there and we have got lost in this Punarpi Janmam, Punarpi Maranam. Why Punarpi Janmam, Punarpi Maranam? Why are we repeatedly taking births? Because we have left something incomplete. We have not finished all the debts. What is the debt? This karmic contract, len den ka. This Janma I have come and this life has been giving me an opportunity to clear off these debts. But what happens is, if I'm not aware of it and conscious of it, I can leave it pending. So, does pending solve my problem? No, it is a carry forward. We all know that law of karma. So, every janma it comes. Till when do we have janmas? Till every debt is cleared. What is debt? Is it only to a person? No. Person, place, thing. You can be indebted to person or a place or a thing, even to a place. Kshetra rina. Sometimes we might have this desperate need to go to a certain place. I don't know why. I feel the pull. I have to go to Kailasha or Tirunamalai or Rishikesh or somewhere or Khaja Garibat Nawaz, Ajmer Sharif. Strange craving to go there. Please understand, whenever you have a deep inner pull to go to a certain people, place, or thing, it is the impulse of nature giving you an opportunity to clean the karmic debt. So, if you're conscious of this, what you will do is whenever you go to new places, people, things, you are very aware. The reason that life has brought me to this place or brought this thing to me or this person to me or brought me to this person is nothing but to balance that karma. Please understand, it is an opportunity given to us every single moment to finish our debts. So karmically, we are always connected to people, places, and things. How now the most strongest debts that we have is the first that will be given priority in our life. So, what is the priority that comes in our life? The first karmic huge debt that you will get is your family, your people and places around you. Why these people come into your life? All the people, good, bad, ugly. Family doesn't mean just good because in the family there can be good, bad, ugly. In relatives, that can be good, bad, ugly. In friends, that can be good, bad, ugly. In office, there can be good, bad, ugly. In society, there can be good, bad, ugly. Now, I was talking to the people here also. Again, I'm telling you, why out of 8 billion people, only 8 to 10 people eat your head, bother your head, or bother your life? The rest are not bothered because you have no karmic depth with the 8 billion total. You have only karmic depth with a bunch of people in your life with which you can create new dramas. You can see all your life drama is revolving only around those few people. 5 people, 10 people, 15 people, 20 people, not more than that, out of 8 billion population. So karmic debt is left unfulfilled with these people. That is why life is giving you an opportunity again and again to come in their vicinity or bringing them into your vicinity so that you can clear the karmic debt and be free. That's how Prakriti works. So until you become aware of this, you cannot clear this karmic. So first of all, forgiveness for me, how I look at things or clearing the karmic debt, it's not just with people who hurt you. I want to forgive those people. Somebody hurt me. Not necessarily. It is not only about forgiveness. You have karmic debt with even people who are good to you. If somebody does good to you in this lifetime, it may be a repayment of somebody's your own goodness that's coming back to you, or it can be a new karma that is created that is generated towards you. If it is a new karma, you become indebted. Somebody has done good to you, you are indebted now. Now you have to return it. If you can't do it in this lifetime, next lifetime, and that lifetime you might get a good friend, somebody very understanding, a good family member, somebody like that, repay. Life is allowing you to repay. Same way, negativity. Someone you have done bad, some harm has been caused by someone to you, or you have done something bad, it's a repayment. Now, how do I know if it is a repayment? See, I had a friend once who lived in Maharashtra somewhere, and she was very, upset. I knew that she's going around with her boyfriend for around 2 years, and they were supposed to get married. But this girl did not look happy. So she was telling me about this incident, and I said, "Okay, you're going to get married. It's a very good thing. Why are you?" No. I said, "What happened?" She said, I don't feel happy with this person. I said, "What are you saying? You just said it's your boyfriend and your life and all those things." Yeah, I said that, but there's no chemistry that's happening. I said, if there's no chemistry happening, then what's bothering you? Why can't you just finish it off, clear it off? Because I always talk about completion in life. It is not about just a good thing. Whatever in life comes, you have to give it a completion. People, places, things. Consciously give completion. It doesn't matter in which manner. Completion only doesn't mean good way. There are sometimes you have to even part ways. You can consciously part ways if that is not serving your life purpose and give it a completion. If the completion is given, the karmic debt is over. So I said, if you're not feeling like it, then why are you stuck in it? Get out of it. Or if you feel you can do it, then get into it, finish it. Get into the relationship and give it a completion, or get out of the relationship, finish the complete. The whole science is about giving completion to all the people, places, and things that is walking in and out of your life, becoming very conscious about it. That's what I mean by clearing karmic debts. So I told her this, and she said, "No, you won't understand." I said, "Why?" "I can't refuse to marry this person." I said, "Why?" "I'm very indebted to this person." I said, "Why?" "Because you don't know, one of my family member was very sick in the hospital. I didn't have money. Very serious. And this person came and paid all the bills. He's like a very good friend and a boyfriend also. But he came and paid the money. And I was already not so much liking this person. I was not very sure whether I'm going to spend my life with this guy. At that time, this incident happened. He came and paid, and he never asked for it. He's a nice person. He did it and he went. But since he's a nice person, I cannot refuse this person. Since I cannot refuse, I am stuck because I know somehow I might not be happy with this person. Two minds now. What do I do? It's like a chewing gum. You can't spit it out or swallow it out. I'm stuck. I said, for me, I can see it very clearly. It's a very clear equation. You like it, you do it. If you don't like it. She said, no, this depth, Kyuki, all the time, from the time that boy helped, she has been only telling this guy, आपका ऋण मैं कैसे चुकाऊं? I remain indebted to you. ये ऋण मैं कभी चुका नहीं पाऊंगी. मेरी पूरी जिंदगी में मेरी चुक. See, she has become conscious that she is now indebted. She's got into a deep karmic contract that I'm indebted now. So since I'm indebted, I cannot get out of it. I have myself got into it. So I'm stuck now. So this theory, this philosophy of karmic debt, she was somehow knowing. Now this philosophy, you cannot say whether it is that person who gave the money who is indebting her, or this knowledge that is indebting her. For example, if you didn't have this knowledge, karmic debt, would you have got indebted? No, your knowledge got you into that debt, right? If the knowledge was not there, she said, that is fine, but still the truth. I said, that is why I said, work in awareness. Knowledge is not enough. You have to be aware. You have to be conscious of even that knowledge. Otherwise, that knowledge can become your burden. Shiva Sutra says, Jnanam Bandhana. Gyan can become your bandhan if it is not properly conscious. If you are not able to conceive the right purpose of that knowledge, even the best of knowledge can give you headache. And that is what this girl was stuck in. So she said, what should I do now? I said, simply open your intellect and understand this whole thing. You are complicating this whole theory and philosophy through your own gyan, through your own buddhi, through your own, what you call, wisdom or logic or whatever you call it. I said, simply drop the concepts, knowledge, and just go with the flow. I'm asking you one question, I told her. How do you know that this person came into your life and paid you a certain kind of money? Now you are indebted and you remain indebted. How do you know in your previous janma you had paid this person and this person is repaying you? She said, that's a point. I said, this is how you complicate things. Whether you are doing it, they are doing it, you don't need to run into all that thing. What you must be aware is understand and give it a completion there. Give it a complete full. She was, I'm telling you, freed. The moment she heard this, she said, oh my God, that's a big burden off my chest. I said, you only put that burden on your chest. Is the boy troubling? No, why is he doesn't even bother? What do you mean not bother? If you don't marry, he's not bothered. He said, I don't think he is also very serious. I said, look at the stupidity. You're simply burdening yourself with your own understanding. So, karmic contract happens in this manner. We don't know who is entering into a new contract. You don't know who is finishing a contract. You don't have to get so much detailed into it. But understanding at every point of life that whoever you are dealing with in this lifetime has a karmic contract with you, guaranteed. The closest and the most powerful karmic contract are your family members. And who are your family members? They are a mixture of good, bad, ugly. Where do they come from? They're coming from previous lifetimes. So who are there in your previous lifetime? Not necessarily your family. Anybody who has a karmic contract you have entered into can come in any format. This time, whoever is there in your family members, if you don't give it a completion, these people can reappear in your life as your family, friend, or enemy. Your own family members, if the proper completion is not given, and if there is a new give and take with them, they can appear in the next lifetime as somebody else, not necessarily as family member. So if your family member in this lifetime can become your enemy in the next life, is it not possible that an enemy has come into your family? Or a friend has come into your family? It's there. All possibilities are. So when we get too carried away about this family concept, they are ours. You will fall into suffering because then we are the people who cry, हमें तो अपनों ने लूटा गैरों में कहाँ दम था मेरी कश्ती थी डूबी वहां जहां पानी कम था डायलॉग हमारे अपने ने ही हम बिछुरा भोका मेरे अपनों ने क्या सी ऑल आर सफरिंग कम्स फ्रॉम पेन मेरे अपनों ने मुझे दुख दिया मुझे ये दुख नहीं है कि उसने दिया ये अपनों ने ये अपना क्यों दुख देगा आपको और दुख देने वाले क्या अपने होते हैं सोच के थिंक अबाउट there is a reason why somebody has got into that family bond and giving you the suffering and it can be worse it can be एक गाली दे दिया और आपको बुला रख गया और इट कैन बी किसी ने आपके पैसे हड़प लिए या जायदाद हड़प लिया आपको बुरा लगा और इट कैन बी इवन मोर डेंजरस की किसी ने चाकू भोंक दिया या अटेम्प्ट टू मर्डर या मर्डर कर दिया एंड यू कैन सी ऑल दिस इन द न्यूज all these incidents from the most horrendous to the most simplest ones happening in family. Why will somebody pick up a knife and kill somebody first like that without a reason? It doesn't happen. It's a karmic contract. Something has been given somewhere. Now nature, Prakriti has placed that person in so close vicinity with you so that the karmic contract can finish fast. That is what is called as family. All the people whose karma is strong with you, they will migrate very close into your life so that you can finish that karma. No punishment. It is simply justice being done, equality. So nobody is being punished. So that is the first thing that we need to understand here. We are all here through karmic contracts. Once we understand, life is about balance sheet. Why are we taking life? Because the balance sheet is not balanced. +4 or -10, something is there. It has to come to neutral. एक दिया है तो एक लेना पड़ेगा. दिया है लिया, it becomes 0. This way, every single karma is balanced with every single person. So what I'm trying to tell here is neutralizing that very consciously. When I say finishing all the karmic debts, for that, first I have to become aware that I am into debt. I am indebted. Indebted doesn't mean negativity only. It doesn't mean I have to अब देना पड़ेगा या दुख है नहीं. सुख देना भी इंडेप्ट ही है. So what I'm saying is, when you give back happiness, you may give back in constant pure awareness. Consciously, you give back. When you receive goodness, you receive it consciously. Because in the back of your mind, you're aware that it's a karmic contract that's being given completion. Similarly, if somebody is giving you trouble, somebody is giving you grief, sadness, hurt, pain, we are at the same time consciously aware that this is my own pain coming back to me. Just give me a moment.
Wonderful. I'm sure we are all getting deeper and deeper insights. What we learned in Magic of Gratitude, and we learned about forgiveness. So, why to forgive? That's the essence. And I think it's very powerful because as Jake Light G is talking about karmic depth, so everything has got a karmic depth. Yes.
Okay.
In fact, yeah, yes.
Yeah, carry on. Yeah, I think you were saying something. Please complete it.
No, I was just filling the gaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so we were talking about this karmic debts and how we must be constantly, because life is about debt. Without, if we have cleared a debt, we will not come back. As simple as that. We are simply here because there is something to give completion. So, in other words, we can simply say we are here for completion. I want to give completion in my life. I want to complete. But if I'm not aware, how am I going to give completion? Because if I'm not aware, what will happen is I will react and create more karmas. So somebody does anything bad to me, I will hold on to that grudge. This person did that bad to me. Now that holding that grudge is where you come to that point where you hold resentment. From that point, when you hold too much of resentment, is a point when you volcano and when you realize that, oh, I have to release this. Too much of holding back. That is where you have the need to forgive. Oh, I want to forgive. I have to forgive because you want to unburden a lot of things. My question is, why did we reach to that position where we have to forgive and do so many processes to go and forgive? Because somewhere there was ignorance. Can we say we were not conscious when that karmic contract was happening? Because at that time, I became the victim. Oh, this person did to me. Bad, I feel bad, I'm crying, I'm weeping. I can't forgive. Now I hold on to this. And I become a victim and I go around. And then This victimhood only becomes my problem because I'm holding that in my frame strongly. I'm holding it in my frame. And that becomes a burden and negativity for me. I want relief from it. So instead of getting into all these complication of holding it, and then you can see the people whenever I try to do a lot of release sessions, there you can see people are unable to release, unable to forgive. They say, I'm unable to forgive because I still feel this injustice has happened. Why this feeling injustice has happened is because of this unawareness that you are living a life full of contracts. Life is all about contracts. If you become fully conscious about it, why will you hold a grudge? Grudge is held only by victims, those who feel I'm a victim of life. I don't deserve this, but this has happened. Who says this? The one who says, I'm not responsible for anything. The one who always says, that person did this to me, this incident did that to me, he said this, she did that, life took away from me, this is not good, that is not good, environment is not good, government is not good. Everything, what we are simply saying is, everything except this is bad. Means everything is simply happening. For no reason, I'm being troubled. Remember this. People who are unable to forgive are in this frame pattern only, who are saying, it shouldn't have happened to me. I don't deserve this. Yeah, nahi hona. It is wrong. So that is the first reason. Yesterday also we were saying the same thing here in the webinars with all the advocates also. Saying that until you come to a state where you truly accept that I am 100% responsible for my life and my life conditions, until you come to that state, you don't even attempt to forgive. You will fail. You will terribly fail, whatever process you do. Because you will still hold that notion, you will still hold that vibration that even while forgiving, inside you will still know this is not right. This shouldn't have happened to me. I can't take it. So superficially, I'm trying to forgive this person कि बेड़ा ये छूटे मुसीबत छूटे इसका पल्ला छूटे somehow this is like I want to get it. So it's a very superficial kind of, but internally it is boiling. Internally, the victim is still being held on. So that is why you see many people again and again have to do lot of these healing processes, but they're still not able to give up. So what I suggest is first come into this true understanding of what life is. Why are we here? First answer. First check this thing. Why are we here with people, places, things? Don't ignore this question. If you ignore, you'll have more trouble. Don't just simply go and dive and get things resolved. Question, go deeply, become aware, become conscious of who am I, why am I into this life. You will start getting answers that I am simply here because I invited people, places, and things into my life. This is my drama. I always see wherever I go, people have hundreds of ways to justify and pretend. Why not to heal? I'm telling you the truth. There are people I've met so many times, they will justify and tell you why I shouldn't heal. And they want to heal. Like one person I'll tell you, he's a very nice person who was supposed, last time I'd met him here. We did a session here last year in Ghaziabad. So this time when I came, he's not here. So I asked my friend here, why is he not here? Nice person. He's supposed to come. My friend said, you know what? I'm amazed by what this guy said. He said, I'm not coming to this guy's session. This guy's session. He knows me. I said, why? He said, भैया इनके सेशन में बैठो इनके साथ बैठो तो मेरा गुस्सा पिघल जाता है. My anger dissolves. Can you imagine what this guy is saying? Are you getting in what he's trying to say? I am trying to pinpoint the subconscious, how funny it acts. But I want solutions. I'm running around everywhere, every webinar, every retreat here, there, everything I'm seeking solution. Every guru, I'm trying to find out solutions. And here, solution is coming right in front of you. But internally, he says, I'm threatened because my anger dissolves in front of this person. Because this person has lived the whole life angry. He's a victim. Childhood was not good, his adulthood was not good, a lot of problems, the relationship issue, this issue, that issue, everything. So he can't bear it. So he has lived, and now listen carefully. For the last couple of years, this pain, this anger, this misery became a part of his personality. Now his mask, and his personality believes I am this anger. Through this anger, I live, this is my identity. तो उनको ऐसा लगा ये एंगर अब हट गया. व्हाट इज माय पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ? सी हाउ सीरियस दिस थिंग्स आर. अस्तित्व नहीं है मेरा जिंदगी का, क्योंकि whom will I blame now? सुबह शाम तक किसको क्रिटिसाइज करूं, किसको गाली दूं, किसको ब्लेम करूं? हाउ विल आई फील सैड? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? See, the mind, the soul can get into all these kind of misery. This is karma. One part wants to heal, the other part wants you to suffer. So it is very important for us to understand the psychology of human life and human minds. Without understanding the psychology of human mind and human life, if you try to treat it, it is very superficial work. That is why all my programs are very in-depth. Like last 1 month, 1.5 months almost, we have been doing very deep programs like inner child healing and inner alchemy. We are simply going deep and uprooting each and every trigger of my life, each and every things of my life, clearing the clutter. And it's very paining. And I told, jisko dam hai wahi baithega. Dam means what? The one who can face their own muck. Very challenging. See this person, I can't face my own muck. I can't face this person because this person will reveal my true identity. I don't want to face that. You need a lot of guts in this field to look at your own mark, to pull up your sleeves and get down into the gutter, because this is gutter. When you clean this gutter, only life becomes easier. Kooda karkat hai iske andar. This is full of contracts. Contract with people, place. We keep signing contracts. Who signs contracts? The one who's unaware. That is why I'm so much into this awareness, shifting into awareness, living a life of awareness. Unknowingly, you will get into contracts. You have gone to a new place and वहां से किसी के पंगा हुआ, आपने शुरू कर दिया पंगा ले. It's not about mardangi and all that stuff. An aware person will think, do I want to sign a new contract with this guy? पता नहीं what. Tomorrow, this is the guy who will enter into my life in this janma or next janma as my family or whatever. So do I want a new contract? If you are aware, you'll simply not get into it. You'll let go and move. So in awareness, you don't create situations which bring you to karmic contracts. That is the first thing that happens. Second is, your first year, you don't allow new things to happen. You don't sign up new contracts with person, places, things. I see so much of spiritual seekers busy signing contracts. All spiritual sadhanas they will do, but every day, subah, sham, signing contracts everywhere. फैला के रखा है contract. Now they are not aware. ये कूड़ा करकट उनको ही आने वाला है कल. और इसको साफ कौन करेगा? कोई नहीं करेगा. वैसे my own headache. So do I want all this headache? Have I learned enough lessons? Have I learned it from my current contracts? How heavy it is? Do I want more? If I don't want more, become aware. So you first stop new karmic contracts. And at the same time, you consciously enter into your own contracts and become aware of what pending contracts you have. How do you know pending contracts? Simply said, become aware and think of your life incidents with people. That's all. Just think all the people in my life. Immediately your mind will start showing this person. Oh, this person. He has to give me my 10,000 rupees. Yaad aaya, acha hua. Note it down. Karmic contract. This, my son. He back answered me. He hurt my feelings. Note down another karmic contract. This way, one by one, whatever comes to your mind are all the contracts that you are indebted to. ये लेन देन चल रहा है. This is in progress. Work is in progress. So right now, what will happen is consciously will become aware of wow, इन लोगों के साथ है. Now, when you know you have contract with these people, next thing is you simply allow the contracts to happen. Because somebody comes to give you something, give and take, this will keep on happening. My guru used to tell me these things when I was going through turmoil of lot of things. He used to only tell, प्रारब्ध है, जो निकल रहा है निकलने दो. Don't get entangled with anything. Become neutral. Be a witness is this. Witness means I'm not interested in playing the drama. We are all in our dramas. ये सब ड्रामा ही है. हम सब ड्रामेबाज हैं. बहुत बड़े ड्रामेबाज. How do I know I'm a dramebaz? The more I'm entangled in all these issues with people, places, things, उतने बड़े ड्रामा में फंस गया हूं. This drama is called Maya. First, I become aware that I'm in a drama of give and take. If I want to pay back, I become neutral. So, first of all, what the feelings and emotions and the awareness that will come to me is, oh my God, all these people, जिसका मैंने pending रखा है files. This person did that to me. This person did this to me. I did that. I couldn't do that. This person promised this, didn't deliver. All those things, if you just remember one by one surfacing, you will be easily able to forgive because first of all, you made a platform strong. Ki I am responsible 100% for the state I am in. I take full responsibility for what I am in because I landed up in this soup. Forgiveness you are activating already. You have loosened up that grip of resentment, first grip. Secondly, you know now why they did what they did, give and take. Without reason, nobody can snatch even a penny from you. Without reason, कुछ नहीं होता दुनिया में. Everything is in its proper place. That is why I say in the chaos is divine order. You cannot see that divine order. We only see chaos. All chaotic. World is so chaotic. God made this world and he forgot it. दुनिया बनाने वाले क्या तेरे मन में समाई काहे को दुनिया बनाई. Don't we think this? काहे को दुनिया बनाए, क्या चल रहा है झमेला, so much of imbalance, injustice in this world. So many people dying, wars happening, this happening, disease. मेरे लाइफ में भी वॉर चल रहा है. Illness is coming. People did this to me, that to me. कितना injustice, अन्याय. काहे को दुनिया बनाई. Who sings this? A pure victim. The one who says 100% I am responsible because दुनिया बनाने वाले का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. दुनिया जिसने बनाई वो उसने आपको और मुझे भी बनाई और आपको और मुझ में जिसने बनाई उसने something called awareness और बुद्धि भी फिक्स करी है. And he said स्वतंत्र जीवन है, आप चुनो. आप शक्ति ले लो, आप चुनो. You take whatever you want, the grace, the benefit, the energy, and you create what you want. I give you buddhi, which I have not given to plants, reptiles, animals, any other species. Only the special human beings. Only a human being can decide and make decisions. No animals, no other species can do it. So how do you decide your life? by the faculty called buddhi, intellect, power of discrimination, सत्य क्या है, असत क्या है, real क्या है, unreal क्या है. I, as a human being, only can decide this. This has been given according to the choices that you make. वैसी दुनिया आपकी. तो I, जो हम बोलते हैं, I am the creator of my own destiny. Very true. I create my own destiny. इसलिए तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ I am 100% responsible for my own world. तो दुनिया किसने, वो दुनिया उसने बनाई, तो ये दुनिया किसने बनाई, मैं बनाता हूं, मैं ही रचयिता हूं अपनी दुनिया का. तो मैं खुद के साथ गाऊं आईने के सामने जाके, ये दुनिया बनाने वाले क्या मेरे मन में समाई, कैसी मैंने दुनिया बनाई, जैसी मेरी सोच वैसी मेरी दुनिया. So I only create. That is what is called you are the creator of your own destiny. He has given you that. Now, according to our independence, free will, swatantrya, I chose something naughty. I did something naughty because I have a free will. See, right now also we have a free will. You can go out and you can see a cat. I can pull it by the tail, isn't it? Who stops you? A cat, poor cat is going, you can pull it by the tail and dangle it and put it away. Naughtiness. Now, when somebody pulls our tail or our leg, we are unhappy. You forget that you had pulled the tail in naughtiness of that cat. Now, when somebody pulls my leg, I feel offended. किसने दुनिया बनाई, टांग खींचने वाली दुनिया? मैंने खुद, क्योंकि मैंने किसी की पूंछ खींची. इसमें दुनिया बनाने वाले का क्या दोष है? Why will he interfere? That is why you see all the people are praying, oh God, why are you not looking? There is so much of imbalance in this world. And God says, I didn't create the imbalance. You created, you mukto. He will never enter into your life also and say, I did it. I gave you the freedom. You chose it and you forgot it. You did something. You pulled that cat's tail, you forgot it. But karma doesn't forget. Pulling the tail of that cat is signing a contract. You signed it, invisible contract. आपके भीतर के चित्रगुप्त ने नोट कर लिया. नोटेड माय लॉर्ड. आप भूल गए, मन भूल गया, अब चेतन मन नहीं भूला. अब सिचुएशन ऐसे क्रिएट करता है कर्मा कि वो चीज आपके साथ घटती है. अब वो घटती क्यों है? कार्मिक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. व्हाई इट इज गिवन बैक? टू पनिश यू? नो. टू सिंपली गिव यू द मैसेज, बेटा इट्स नॉट गुड पुलिंग समबडीज टेल. इट हर्ट्स देम. हाउ विल आई नो इट हर्ट्स देम? ओच, इट हर्ट्स मी. यस, ऐसे ही उनको भी हर्ट होता है. दिस इज हाउ कर्मा टॉक्स टू अस. This is how contracts are released. So now, if I'm fully aware of this, whenever a contract is happening and there is a ouch in my life, I will know, oh, okay, God, something else finished. Okay, I don't mind. Something I did came back, done. Forgiveness will happen like this. You don't have to sit and do therapies. Your awareness only will heal it. Your knowledge, your gyan will heal it. इस प्रकार से you can simply keep releasing all your unwanted stuff that you have gathered by just realizing I am 100% responsible and I take complete ownership of whatever I did. You might think it's a headache. I will tell you it's a liberty. You don't know how freedom will come. You don't know the kind of freedom that will come to you. Check it out. You do it and see. Go with this for a couple of weeks to months and you'll come to know what happens. And then you can get back to me and give me a feedback. But do it very honestly. Because if you don't do it honestly, beware, karma is still watching you. Contracts are still being signed. वो रुकेगा नहीं काम. Chitragupta is doing its work. Who's Chitragupta? Who's Chitragupta? वो जो आपका खाता लिखता है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स. इन्होंने इतने इतने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किए इतने इतने लोगों के साथ, ये कर्म इन्होंने किया है, लेन देन. बैलेंस शीट रखने वाले को चित्रगुप्त कहते हैं। तो चित्रगुप्त इज नॉट सिटिंग इन द हेवन, जो आपकी माइथोलॉजी आपको बताती है। चित्रगुप्त वाल किताब, कोई किताब नहीं लिख रहा। आई एक्सप्लेन इट इन टुडे सेशन ओनली। चित्रगुप्त इज योर इंटेलेक्ट, योर अवेयरनेस। ये देखो, एवरी मोमेंट इन योर लाइफ यू आर टेकिंग स्क्रीनशॉट्स थ्रू योर इंद्रियस। आप जो देख रहे हो स्क्रीनशॉट ले रहे हो, सुन रहे हो स्क्रीनशॉट ले रहे हो, स्पर्श कर रहे हो स्क्रीनशॉट ले रहे हो। देयर इज अ स्क्रीनशॉट फ्रीज of every memory that you're taking. That's called memory. That screenshot is Chitragupt. Records. Awareness is capturing. For example, today's lunch that you had. Today you had lunch. आ गया ना चित्र मन में? Precisely that food. कहां से आया? स्क्रीनशॉट। जब आप खा रहे थे, when you are eating that food, screenshot was taken. Were you aware of it? You are not aware. Screenshot is taken. But now I told you to access that file, immediately that came up. Screenshot. Screenshot क्यों बोल रहा हूं? वो चित्र है। चित्र इज इमेज, लेकिन वो चित्र गुप्त है, हिडन इमेज। दैट इज कॉल्ड चित्रगुप्त। Subconscious में all these things are hidden. So whatever you do in life, all screenshots are taken, including that pulling of the cat. Screenshot taken. That will never forget. So now when you become aware, you come to know, oh my God, there's a CCTV camera on me. That is Chitragupt Maharaj. CCTV से सब watch कर रहे हैं. He's simply watching you. Now you'll become more aware. Now when you know somebody is watching, will you do it? The common analogy that I take again and again is you have a CCTV fixed in your room in one corner, and the CCTV is watching. Chor aaya andar, thief comes in, and thief's trying to rob something. What is the intention of the thief? To rob something. It is searching something and all that. Does this camera shout, chor, chor, chor? No. It's simply taking screenshots. Proof, evidence, silently. It is not even reacting. It is a witness. Your awareness is that CCTV camera. It will watch you. It will not react. Your mind reacts. वो अलग है. Mind के ऊपर बुद्धि faculty है. It will not react. It awareness watches you, and it's capturing everything. Now, what is that thief? That thief can be a thought in your mind, a cunningness in your mind, a jealousy in your mind, or non-forgiveness in your mind. You want to take revenge. A thought is coming. इसको नहीं छोड़ूंगा. मतलब चोर आया mind में. If your CCTV is on, if your awareness, you will see that thought coming. I want to take revenge. इसको छोड़ूंगा नहीं. You will not react, but you are watchful. You are witnessing it. You're seeing it. Awareness is seeing it. Now, my question is, this person will start doing all the naughty things. Chor aayega, it will start robbing. It's doing its own thing. But I'm telling you, what if this thief sees the CCTV camera? My question is, will it continue doing the naughtiness? What will happen to the thief? It's busy and suddenly it sees the camera. What will happen? Freeze. Second is, it becomes conscious. Oh my God, I'm being watched. That's the beauty of this awareness. Because that is why I'm saying, splash your flashlight of awareness on every such thing that happens. You become aware. When you're aware, that thing that is creeping in you, revenge or things like that, the moment it becomes aware of the light, it will drop. It becomes powerless. The thief becomes powerless. And it will stop doing the nonsense it came to do. Means that revenge came, thought came, but the moment it's aware of I'm being watched, it becomes helpless. It cannot function. This is how the faculty of awareness keeps dropping you from all this. So you are simply ending this karmic debts just through your awareness. Through perfect awareness, you can do it. There are many ways to do it. Either you sit doing it. But the only thing that I see, because I do both the therapies, I do it in both manners. One therapy is sit and regurgitate and purge it. We do a lot of therapies for inner wounds, inner trauma, abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse, rapes, and all these wounds people carry, traumas, a bad marriage, bad childhood, so many things. And so much of traumas that they gather from outside. Maybe it's wounds from outside, wars, injustice that you see. There's one lady who is from US who follows the platform here. And she came for one of the webinar, for one of the retreats from US. And she was in the Marine, military, you can say. Very bold lady, everything fine, fine, fine. But when we were doing the processes, and I was personally doing those processes with her, my God, so much of trauma came out. And she was so much of crying and weeping and mucus coming, puking and coughing and choking, things happening, all the wounds coming up. It's coming from the stressful events of her childhood and majorly from the military events that you see. So many things, wounds. So all this, what happens? It suffocates us. So to release this is one process. You go and directly go on puking. I tickle those spots where you have to put your fingers there and you start puking. So these are those zones in your psyche, in your subconscious, which has to be triggered in such a way that it makes you puke it up. That's one way. You can do it to rejuvenate all those things. That is called these deep forgiveness things coming, everything coming to the surface, and you are being able to heal it. Because if it is in the Chitragup state, till you rise it up, you cannot do that. So consciously, you can heal these karmic depths that you have by consciously bringing it to surface and illuminating it. That's one process. Second, which I found most powerful, is simply being constantly aware, activating this awareness in you so that every thought, every feeling, every trigger, every person, place, thing that walks in and out of your life, you're simply aware. Oh, karmic contracts. जो आ रहा है आने दो, जो जा रहा है जाने दो. Ramana Maharshi ji said, let what comes come, let what goes go, see what remains. What does that mean? That's what we are here for, spirituality. Why are we doing all this process? To finally find out when everything goes, what remains? The Atman. So let what comes, let it come, let what goes go, you remain as it is. You'll soon see what remains. What remains is I, the pure awareness. But to come to that state, I have to let go of all these things. So let go एक जबरदस्ती वाला है जो ego point को, that's one that is very famous. Through the ego you do, I want to forgive. Many people say, I am got a lot of issues, I want to forgive. But if they don't have the basic foundation of this, they can still remain a victim and superficially start try to heal, try to heal, try to heal. Secondary is you go deep down to the root level, you understand this, and from there, wholesome in awareness, you become fully aware, and then you do whichever process you want. I'm sure you guys must be having so much of forgiveness processes and all those things. But I'm telling you, add this part of awareness to those programs and see the wonders, what happens. You'll be able to release like this very quickly because you have shaken the roots from where it is there, and then let go will happen. Otherwise, what you think is you are chopping only the branches and you say, I'll let go. Gaya, branch gaya, root hai, trunk hai, kal aur fir grow hoga. So you go to the root level, and that is why I want to give you a little insight about Shiva Sutras. Because Shiva Sutras will help you understand the whole psychology of life from where it is all beginning. And it will be easier for you to get it done. So I just missed this thing. Rajesh ji, can you just tell me what is the time that I have been given? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so 8:15.
Okay. So we are
Yeah.
close to what's that? What is the time now?
Yeah, it's 8:16 now. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I think that thing correctly came out at the right time when I asked you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do we go about this? Because my message is clear. What I wanted to give is this particular thing. So that is clear. So I think if you want, we can go with the question answers, as you said.
Yes, yes. We can go with the question answers. So I would yeah. So over here also, anybody wants to ask a question? Yeah. Zain wants to ask a question. Yes, Zain, you can ask.
So could you just summarize it once again? So we have karmic debts in our life.
Yeah.
We create bonds of emotional relationships with people, with situations, with things.
Hmm.
And when it gets too much, we victimize ourselves by making it a story of unfairness towards us. I have done that all my life. I'm saying it openly because I want to stop that process. Now, how do I change that? And how do I transform that to, because, like, for example, okay, I'll give you a simple example. Like, betrayal is something very difficult for me to forgive. I have been betrayed a lot. I have been physically abused and betrayed. I have been emotionally and mentally abused and betrayed. How do I do that process? I have a job as well. I work 11 to 12 hours a day. How do I do this process in this scenario? I mean, if I had 5 hours every evening, I could practice something. But how do I do it? How do I go about it on a daily basis in a practical sense?
Okay. The first most beautiful that you said is that acceptance that you know that you are in that soup, or you are acknowledging that see, that is the first part of healing, because many people don't get beyond it. They will not even, they will pretend that nothing is wrong with me. So I say therapy will never work for you. First is honesty and sincerity. As I said, you must have the guts to admit that. You don't have to tell it publicly also, but at least to myself. That is the first part of healing, that I know it is my own stuff which is coming back to me. Now, it depends on how deeply are you doing that. How deeply are you able to imbibe? This is philosophy, what I tell you right now. It's just a wisdom that's entering you. Okay, I have done the whole thing. I am responsible. There is no impartiality. Everything has been justified. But I'm asking you, are you able to relate to this in depth? This part, where I am 100% responsible. Just unmute.
Yeah, Zain, you can unmute now. You can unmute.
Not entirely, because
Ah,
when I look at situations like when I was a child and I didn't have the awareness of what was going on around me, and I realized that those were negative things much later.
okay.
Those kind of wounds, it's difficult to not feel like it wasn't your fault, but at the same time, I can say, because I have had a lot of wounds of my own, and I have lashed out at people in my life. I've never physically gone at anyone, but I have lashed out at people. And I can say that I understand everyone has their own wounds to deal with, and they were playing out their karmic dramas, and I was playing out mine. So, in that sense, yes, I can. I can be neutral about it.
Yes. See, when I asked you the question about how do you relate to with this fact that I am 100% responsible life, you said partly. So I can simply conclude that you can partly forgive. Do you get something from there?
Yes, no, I can relate to it. Now that I think about it on second thought, I can relate to it because of what I just said. That I understand now that everyone was playing out their dramas. And it didn't matter if I was five. there was some karmic debt from somewhere, it happened. It doesn't matter. That's not the focus. What matters is that I have bound myself emotionally in this unhealthy knot with this person or with this incident or with this memory, which is taking my life force away.
Okay. So that
And
again comes back to the same thing only. See, you are saying I'm ready to accept the things, but again we are coming back to the thing of non-acceptance only, that I am responsible for it. See, I'll tell you why these things happen is this, why this pain that is coming, that you're saying that, I want to
so
heal,
what
but
about childhood? What about childhood incidents?
I'll tell you that. The whole thing that's coming back to me again and again is to give me a lesson that I need to learn. So I can simply say that if I am unable to forgive fully or even 50%, I've only learned 50% of the lesson. There is 50% more to come. And that 50% more to come is nothing in the form of more sufferings and more. It gets intensified to the focus to the extent that it kneels you down. I was telling the same. Life can bring you down to your knees in such a position that you have no other option but to pray. It can bring you to that because in my rigidity, I can't still accept this. Then I will just say, wait for it. There will be a time where this acceptance will be literally squeezed out of us.
No,
The
it's
whole,
right.
the whole thing is, do I want it? And if
I
I
just
really want
I
it,
just I
the
just I
effort,
just thought about it again. And my first memories of as an infant, I was learning about cause and reaction and with emotion. So somewhere every situation that I was in, I was a part of causing it, or I caused it entirely.
you purged it into oil. What did you say?
I might have caused it entirely because I knew about action and reaction. I knew how emotions work.
Okay,
I
but
might have been
that's still not relatable to what I'm trying to say here. See, we might simply go around beating the bush, but the whole point is coming back to the same thing: is have I learned my lesson? And if I don't have learned my lesson, the incidents will repeat. That is why I tell people, even not with the same person and thing, the incidents will we keep attracting the similar kind of incidents again and again till I get the message clearly. I am only creating more out of this. So if I say I genuinely want to get out of it, the first thing that will come is the efforts which I see that you're trying to make. Okay, there is a genuine effort that I'm trying to make. Now, if this is too overwhelming, which can be if the trauma is too hard, they can be. That is why I said, even with those ladies that I said, they might not generalize these processes. For them, they sit and do this therapy very deeply, and they have multiple sessions where it has to be literally scratched out. And there are processes where you can illuminate it. Okay, but that won't be possible in this 2 minutes and the 1 hour frame that I've been given. I'm here to just introduce that there is all possibility for all this. See, if you want, you can still go to the courses that I have done in my website, shiftingtoawareness.com/courses, where there is
I
something
would say
called child healing. It's a very deep process. It is the 3 preparatory sessions, 1 main session, and after that, 3 follow-up sessions. And it is hours of practice. If you're really serious about it, then you have to prepare yourself and go into it. All this can be healed.
Could
This is
you
called
could you
induction.
could you tell us your website again?
Shiftingintoawareness.com/courses.
Okay.
So what you just spoke of, we just did it last month live, but it is available in courses, and you can see great benefits that will come. That's what I'm saying. It's not so small. I spent hours to it, close to 50 hours. So you can just spread it out because this is a main issue that is a big blockage. So you can spend enough time on your self-healing process, go into depth. There is a lot of things that you need to do, and you will see eventually you'll get out of it. You'll simply get out of it. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is the first thing is I want to get out of it is simply means I've learned the lesson enough of this bullshit. I just want to get out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
that's clear, then you will be able to do this course also. Because many people, they will say, I want to do it. And when I point there, they will go, yeah, ये तो बहुत इतना समय कैसे? That means नहीं है, readiness नहीं है. You're not ready to put that kind of effort. So that is what I'm pointing you there. You can definitely do that, and you'll see definitely. And you can also sign up with us webinars and things where I keep these free Zoom sessions rolling around all the time. You can simply be a part of it, and you can be a part of all these follow-up sessions and all that, so that you can get in this process of self-discovery, self-healing. It's a constant. Thank you, Sushma ji and Deepa ji, for sharing that website. We genuinely want to help people come out of these kind of things. So this is inner child healing, and there is another thing called inner alchemy, where we transmute all these inner darkness into light. So you were saying how to do it. The whole process is in that. If these both things are done together, you will see the adulthood, childhood. You will just transform as a personality. You just become completely a new characteristic, new nature,
It
because all
sounds
the
like a
old.
dream.
Huh?
It sounds like a wish of a dream I've been making for years.
No, don't worry. I've been through that journey, my dear. This is coming out of my own life experiences, and I can see how free I am today. And that's the gift that I'm trying to share with others. It's possible. Very much
I will
possible.
definitely do it.
It's very much possible. It's possible. It will happen. You just need to put enough attention to it, and very honestly work on it, very authentically work on it. Somebody has shared the course itself. You can take help of that. Okay, Zain, I wish you luck.
Yes,
We are there with you, don't worry. And anybody else, anything? Rajesh
yes,
ji?
yes. So, anybody else wants to ask a question? Yes. So, Shamlama has a question. Yes, Shamlama.
Shamli.
नमस्कार। हिंदी में बोलूं ना?
हाँ, बोलिए।
हाँ, तो आपने जस्ट नो यू टोल्ड दैट किसी ने 10,000 मैंने उनको दिया, इज इट?
किसी ने
कार्मिक
हाँ
मेरा 10,000 किसी ने लिया है,
किया।
अच्छा? तो कार्मिक किस में आपने डाला, तो अभी राइट नो किसी ने 30 लाख, किसी ने ऐसा बहुत सारा पैसा लिया, उनको चाहिए था, दिया, तो उसको मैं छोड़ दूं? मेरा कार्मिक मैंने एक जमाने में उनको दिया था, लिया था, इसके लिए वो लोग मेरे से ले लिया, ऐसा
नहीं
कुछ?
नहीं, छोड़ने की बात नहीं है।
हाँ,
आप ये करो कि आपका जिसका भी लेन देन है, आपको मन में, क्योंकि आपने दिया कुछ कारण से दिया, वो लौटा भी सकता है आपको। ऐसा नहीं है कि सब चोर फिरंगे है, वो आप लेके भाग गए। तो आपको कंक्लूड नहीं करना है, कोई कंक्लूजन नहीं करना है, विटनेस करना है हर एक चीज का। आपने दिया है, वो आना है तो आएगा, जरूर आएगा उस चीज को लेके। लेकिन आपकी अगर प्रयास करते हुए भी वो अगर नहीं लौट रहा है, तो आप उस चुंगल से वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फिनिश कर सकते हो। ये लेन देन था, लेकिन ये सब चीजें उनको ना बताइएगा, फिर नहीं देंगे।
इसके मन में ऐसा ही बैठ गया, इसके लिए आगे जिसको मेरे को कुछ मदद करना है सच में, और रियली ही वांटेड, तो उसको भी हमारा मन नहीं जाएगा ना मदद करने के लिए।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, ऐसे सब होते हैं, हादसे होते हैं।
हाँ,
लेकिन कभी कभार कुछ चीजें जो हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं आती है, जो हमको कैसे पता चलता है कि नहीं हो रहा है, कि हम हमारे लाख बावजूद, कोशिश करने के बावजूद भी कुछ कुछ रिजल्ट्स हमको नहीं आते। वो प्रारब्ध का रिजल्ट है जो वहां चल रहा है। तो उसके पीछे ज्यादा दिमाग खराब करने की जरूरत नहीं है। लेकिन ये भी नहीं है कि आपको नहीं करना है। आपने दिया है, आप मांग भी सकते हो उनसे कि आपका समय आया है, आपने इतना इतना बोल दिया था उस चीज का। देखो, व्यवहार है, आप कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ही खत्म कर रहे हो। क्या पता आपके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में ये लिखा हुआ है कि आप हेल्प करें उनको समय पे। उसमें कभी ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं है कि वो हेल्प करके आपका लेके भागेगा। लेकिन आपको एक अवसर मिला है किसी का हेल्प करने का, तो आप हेल्प कर रहे हो, तो आपने दिया, वो लौट भी जाएगा। लेकिन वो आपने अगर पिछले जन्म में अगर कुछ लिया दिया है, ये वो ले जाना है आपके पास से, किसी ना किसी बहाने से ले जाएगा। वो जरूरी नहीं कि आप हेल्प करके ही, कोई और नुकसान से जाएगा। किसी लोगों का चिन जाता है, किसी लोगों का हॉस्पिटल बिल बन जाता है, किसी लोगों का कुछ बन जाता है। वो पैसे निकलना है ना, किसी भी बहाने से निकल जाता है। तो वो जो निकलता है, हमारे बिल भी क्रिएट हो गए, निकल गए, नुकसान, कोई नुकसान नहीं हुआ है। वो होना था, छोड़ जाते। इसलिए हम क्या होता है, हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हम क्लोज कर देते हैं, ठीक है ना। लेकिन अपने को करना है जो अपने को करना है।
मास्टर जी, मेरे लाइफ में सच में ऐसा हो गया है। मैं जो मेरे साथ में मेरा बेटा जो कर रहा है, मैं मेरा मम्मी के साथ सब कुछ किया हुआ था। हर पल मेरे को याद आता है कि वो शादी को तैयार नहीं है। मैंने भी उस जमाने में मैंने भी ऐसे ही बिहेव किया था। तब मेरे को लगता है मेरे माँ कितना तकलीफ फेस किया होगा जो मेरे को मिल रहा है। रियली जैसे सच में
ये
मैं
बड़ी
महसूस
बात है कि हम उसके लेसन हम पकड़ पा रहे हैं, बहुत कम लोगों को ये पकड़ आती है। तो आपने ये लेसन पकड़ लिया, देखो आपके चेहरे पे मुस्कान भी आ रही है, आप हंसते हुए ये बात बोल सकते हो। दूसरे वाले जो लेसन नहीं पकड़े वो रोते हुए बात मत बोले, स्टोरी बोलेंगे इस चीज को। आप मुक्त हुए ना, बस ये जानकारी से आप फ्री हो गए इस चीज को लेके। आप आराम से इस ड्रामे को देख रहे हो, ड्रामे से मुक्त हो गए आप चीजें।
वेरी मच आई
जी जी।
एंजॉय। थैंक यू, थैंक
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, Shruti, you can unmute and you can ask your question.
Yeah. I have a question on the कार्मिक अकाउंट, लाइक जो आपने बताया कि नए कार्मिक अकाउंट बनाने से पहले आपको सोचना है कि ये नए कार्मिक अकाउंट, क्योंकि पहले का डेप्ट इतना है कि नए का वी हैव टू थिंक, राइट। पर ये नए बनाने के लिए व्हेन इट कम्स टू फैमिली मेंबर्स तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है कि नए को आप मतलब आप कैसे लेट गो करो अब, जब फैमिली मेंबर्स का ही आ जाता है बात।
मतलब फैमिली मेंबर्स के पुराने बातों की बात कर रहे हो आप, या फिर अभी
नए,
प्रेजेंट?
हाँ प्रेजेंट ही, बिकॉज दे आर अनअवेयर, राइट। वो लोग तो अनअवेयर है, वो लोग तो अपना जो रोल है, जो पहले से उनका जो हैबिट्स है जो भी वो करते जा रहे हैं। आप अभी हम कैसे उस चीज को कैसे हम चेंज करें, और हम लेट गो भी नहीं कर सकते फैमिली
बिल्कुल
मेंबर्स।
बिल्कुल। आप मुझे इतना बताइए, आप अभी बोल रहे हो ना ये इफेक्ट कर रहा है, फैमिली मेंबर्स जो कर रहे हैं, ठीक है ना, वो इंसान ही है, दे आर ऑल ह्यूमन बींग्स, राइट। वो आपको इफेक्ट कर रहे हैं। मैं आपको ये पूछ रहा हूँ, आपके बगल में जो घर है, नेबर्स है, वहीं भी तो, वहां पे तो इंसान सी है, इंसान ही है।
हाँ,
अगर वो सिमिलर करेंगे आपका क्या रिएक्शन होगा?
कुछ नहीं, कर रहे उनका
क्या वो स्पेशल रिएक्शन हो रहा है बताओ?
क्योंकि वो हम लोग के ऊपर, मतलब दे आर डूइंग द थिंग्स ऑन बेसिस ऑफ आस, लाइक
नहीं, मैं
सम
वही पूछ रहा
कमेंट्स,
हूँ,
सम
बगल वाले भी
जजमेंट।
अगर आपके साथ की इस तरह से करे, आपका कैसे रिएक्शन होगा?
छोड़ो, उनसे क्या क्या उनसे पल्ला करना है।
ये छोड़ो, वहां आप छोड़ सकते हो, वो भी इंसान है, यहाँ पे भी इंसान है, लेकिन इनको छोड़ नहीं सकते। क्यों? दैट इज कॉल्ड मोह, अटैचमेंट। ये पीड़ा आपको अटैचमेंट से आ रही है। वही तो मैं बोला ना, हमें तो अपनों ने लूटा। ये अपने का गम आता है, ये अपने का गम क्यों आता है? ये मोह से आता है। और हम इस चीज को बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकते कि अपने हमारे ये क्यों कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमारा एक अटैचमेंट है। और अटैचमेंट जहाँ है हम हक जताते हैं, प्लीज समझ बात को। हमारा हक बनता है कि हम इस तरीके से इनसे एक्सपेक्ट करें। ये हमारा हक बनता है। क्यों? कि मैं मदर हूँ, मैं वाइफ हूँ, मैं सिस्टर हूँ, मैं जो भी हूँ, इसलिए हक बनता है। ये हक जताना ही मोह, अटैचमेंट बोलता है। तो यहाँ पे फॉरगिवनेस वगैरह नहीं है मेन प्रॉब्लम, जड़ इसका अटैचमेंट है।
तो ये फिर कैसे लेट गो करे आप।
हाँ, काफी सारा प्रोसेस है। लेट गो, आप अटैचमेंट को लेट गो नहीं कर सकते। अटैचमेंट आपको जानना होगा, ये अटैचमेंट आप कैसे जुड़े उनके साथ, ये कौन है। ये तो स्टार्टिंग में मैंने बताया था कि ये जो फैमिली हम बोलते हैं, जो अटैच्ड है मेरे साथ, ये आपके फैमिली में आए कैसे?
ये हमारे से आए ना,
ये
हमारा जो भी।
हजारों जन्मों से यही फैमिली आपके साथ घूम रही है। नहीं होता ऐसे। अभी जो आपके बगल में जो भी है, नेबर है, आप समझो आपने उसके साथ दुश्मनी कर ली, या बहुत ज्यादा पंगा हो गया उनके साथ, और समझो आप फैमिली के साथ बहुत अच्छे अच्छे हो। अगले जन्म में आप पाओगे जिनके साथ भी आप अच्छे अच्छे हो, जिनके साथ आपका लेन देन खत्म हो गया, ये निकल जाएंगे आपकी लाइफ से, ये आत्मा निकल जाएगी, वो दूसरे शरीर में कहीं और चले जाएंगे। ये जिसके साथ आपने नया कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किया बगल वाले का, वो शायद आपका पति बन के आए, या बड़ बेटा बन के आए, या सास बन के आए, कोई भी बन के आते हैं। तो इतना अगर आपको जानकारी हुए तो प्लीज समझ लेना कि इस जन्म में भी जो आप बोल रहे हो ये मेरे हैं, ये सारे वही पात्र है, ये वही सोल्स है जो अलग अलग रोल्स कर रहे हैं, जो आपके लाइफ में प्रवेश कर चुके हैं, जो बस वो लेन देन खत्म कर रहे हैं। जैसे आप अभी आपके नेबर के साथ कुछ अनबन कर रहे हो, समझो आपने बहुत कुछ सुना दिया उनको, और वो सुना नहीं पाए, या उन्होंने आपको सुनाया बहुत कुछ लेकिन आप इतने डिसेंट है, आप उनको कुछ बोल नहीं पाए, आपने दबा बैठे, लेकिन अंदर खोल रहा है। तो समझो आप इस जन्म में उस चीज को खत्म नहीं कर पाए, तो सिर्फ वो लावा निकालने के लिए आप किसी किसी फैमिली को अट्रैक्ट कर सकते हो, या आप किसी की फैमिली में आप पैदा हो सकते हो, और आपका अनुभव वही चल सकता है उस बंदे के साथ। तो अगर आपके साथ कोई उस तरह का अनबन कर रहा है, समझ लो आपकी नेबर होंगे पिछले जन्म के। दैट इज हाउ यू गेट रिड ऑफ अटैचमेंट्स, बाय अंडरस्टैंडिंग द साइकोलॉजी ऑफ सोल्स। तो ये सोल जो हम इस चीज को नहीं समझे, तब माया हमको पकड़ती है। इस फैक्ट को हम नहीं समझते कि ये सोल अपने हैं, नहीं, हम सिर्फ ये जन्म को देख रहे हैं। अब एक्सपांड करके देखो, आपको समझ आएगा अपने नहीं है, अलग अलग गेम्स खेलने आए, रोल्स खेलने आए, ये खेल के चले जाएंगी, क्या ये आपके साथ हमेशा रहने वाले हैं? तो यू गो डीपर एंड सी, ये रहने वाले नहीं, ये कुछ पल के लिए मेरे साथ है। और ये जो इनके रिएक्शन है, ये भी हमेशा नहीं है, क्या ये हमेशा ऐसे रहे? नहीं रहे, उसके विपरीत भी रहे। तो अकॉर्डिंग टू द कार्मिक पैटर्न्स दे आर प्लेइंग डिफरेंट गेम्स। कौन सा सत्य है? वो फैमिली मेंबर जो अच्छे थे, या वही आदमी जो बिगड़ गया, इंसान जो बिगड़ गया और अभी बिगड़ा हुआ है, ये सही है वो सही है? दोनों भी सही नहीं है। हालात के और कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स के हिसाब से वो खेल खेल रहे हैं, कर्म के हिसाब से। तो आपको दोनों भी सीरियसली नहीं लेना, ना उनका अच्छा ही सीरियस लेना है, ना उनका बुरा ही सीरियस लेना है। तब आप डिटैचमेंट हो जाओ, डिटैच हो जाओ।
तो अभी जब वो लोग कुछ करते हैं तो अलाउ करना चाहिए एज आउटसाइड एक्शन, ये इनर हो गया। आउटसाइड कंफ्यूजन तब आता है कि आउटसाइड क्या करना है, इनर क्या करना है,
घर
क्योंकि
के बाहर बोल रहे हो आप?
हम्म
आउटसाइड मतलब घर के बाहर बोल रहे हो आप?
नहीं नहीं, मतलब उनके साथ अभी जैसे इट्स अ प्रॉब्लम विद माय इन लॉज बेसिकली। तो अभी काफी मतलब कुछ होता है तो उनको अलाउ करना चाहिए, वो जो भी खराब कर रहे हैं या जो भी मेरे हिसाब से वो खराब है बेसिकली, हाँ। तो वो जो भी कर रहे हैं वो अलाउ करना चाहिए एज अ
बात
एक्शन।
करो, आप अगर अलाउ नहीं करोगे तो आप क्या करोगे?
क्योंकि झगड़ा करके तो नया, वही है ना, झगड़ा करके नया
नहीं बोल
कार्मिक
रहा हूँ मैं,
अकाउंट
नहीं बोल
बनेगा।
रहा। झगड़े से मसला सुलझेगा क्या, वो बोल रहा हूँ मैं।
नहीं, वो उससे तो और बढ़ता है। दैट आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस माई सेल्फ की झगड़ा करने से कोई मतलब ही नहीं है, बिकॉज दे आर ऑलरेडी
एक तो
अनअवेयर।
आपने खुद आंसर दे दिया, एक तो आपने खुद ही आंसर दे दिया उस
हाँ।
चीज का लेकर, वो तो मसला नहीं है। दूसरा क्या था ऑप्शन आपके पास?
अलाउ अलाउ देम डू वट एवर दे।
अलाउ नहीं, अलाउ यानी कि अलाउ की बात ही नहीं है यहाँ पे। आप ये नहीं कर रहे कोई आ बैल मुझे मार। आप मंदिर के घंटा भी नहीं हो कि कोई भी आके घंटी बजा के चले जाए। दैट इज कॉल्ड अलाविंग, घंटी बजा के चले जाए। अलाविंग की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं मैं बोल रहा हूँ विटनेस से। जब भी वो होता है, अंडरस्टैंड दैट पर्सन इज रूमिंग आउट, वो भड़ास जो भी निकाल रहे हैं, जो भी कर रहे हैं, वो एक व्यंजन से कर रहे हैं। जब आप न्यूट्रल हो जाते हो ना, मैं बोल रहा हूँ आधा काम उधर ही हो गया। वो आपको जब भी अटैक करते हैं, जब भी ये करते हैं, वो आपको प्रोवोक कर रहे हैं, वो आपको दुखी देखना चाह रहे हैं। देखो, कभी भी देखो, कोई भी रिलेशनशिप में आप एक चीज देखो, जो भी आपको ट्रबल कर रहा है, उनका उद्देश्य क्या है? आपको ट्रबल करना, आपको ट्रबल करना है ना, आपको बेचैन करना है ना। तो आप बेचैन हो गए तो आर दे सक्सेसफुल?
यस, दिस आई
आर
हैव आल्सो ऑब्जर्व।
यू
यस।
आर यू अलाउिंग देम? आर यू सपोर्टिंग देयर मिशन? यस। So if you don't want to support their mission, what do you do is whatever they throw at you, you be peaceful. The moment you don't react, you start becoming peaceful, they will become more violent. Because वो आप काम नहीं कर रहा, वो थोड़ा डोज बढ़ेगा। ये तैयार रहना इस चीज को, ये मैंने काफी देखा है लोगों को। जब बोलता हूँ थेरेपी में, पहले ही वार्न करता हूँ, व्हेन यू गेट इनटू दिस, अभी समझ लेना जो आ रहे हैं थोड़ा थोड़ा, वो आप में जब ट्रिगर नहीं कर रहा है तो वो फेल हो रहे हैं। फेल हो रहे हैं तो इंटेंसिटी बढ़ेगी उसकी। वो उसके लिए तैयार रहना, वहां थोड़ा आपको ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी, मेडिटेशन, ये सब हेल्प करेगा। वहां थोड़ा पकड़ के रहना थोड़े टाइम फ्रेम के लिए। जब वो भी काम नहीं करेगा, दे विल लीव यू। दैट इज अ ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी। बोले ये तो समझ, नहीं, मेरे दाल नहीं गलने वाली। तो दाल जब गलती है तभी लोग ये करते हैं। तो इट इज नॉट अबाउट अलाउिंग, यू आर एक्चुअली नॉट अलाउिंग एनीबडी टू प्ले विथ यू। आर यू गेटिंग दिस पॉइंट?
I got it.
अनाथ
हाँ.
मतलब क्या हो गया? अच्छा मैं अभी आई एम हेल्पलेस, मुझे झगड़ा नहीं बढ़ाना है, ठीक है आप सुनाओ, मैं रोते बैठती हूँ आप सुनाओ, मैं दुखी हो रही हूँ आप सुनाओ, आपको मुझे मारना है पीटना है, करो. दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड अलाउइंग. Disallowing means you allow that person to do what they want to do, but you don't allow yourself to fall down.
I'll keep state कि मेरा peaceful, मेरा choice peaceful. I'll keep that. It's
Absolutely.
mine.
And it
Yes.
takes a little time. You have to be little patient and little working on your awareness. All these platforms, all we are teaching that only, how to be aware while living your life 24/7. That's what I teach. So if you can grip on that, keep hold on that for some time, you will see slowly all these problems. एक नहीं, दो नहीं, एक करके. This is how you finish off the karmic contract. क्योंकि वो भड़ास तो निकालने दो उनको. आप मना नहीं कर सकते हो. उनको निकालना है ना, क्योंकि आपने कुछ किया है, अभी तो भड़ास निकाल रहे हैं. लेकिन आप उससे दूषित होने की जरूरत नहीं है. उनको उल्टी करने दो, आप एक शील्ड रख लो, ग्लास वाला शील्ड. जितना उल्टी करना है, प्यूक करना है, करने दो. आपने अवेयरनेस वाला एक शील्ड रख लिया. थोड़े समय के लिए कितना उल्टी करेगा आदमी बताओ? जब तक वो खाली नहीं होता तब तक करेंगे ना. जिस दिन खाली हो जाएगा वो खुद ही थक जाएंगे उस चीज को लेके. तब आप ग्लास हटाओ, वो कार्मिक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट आपका खत्म हो.
Really, really nice. Thank you.
ग्रेट.
Really
थैंक
nice.
यू.
Yes, Shruti. So now Jake ji has already informed that when you are in that state of peacefulness, then it will increase. So next time it shouldn't be that you come back with a question. आपने बोला it has increased. Okay. So very beautifully he explained. Yes, lovely. So Mahendra ji has another question. We'll add Mahendra ji in the spotlight. Yes, Mahendra ji.
जय गुरुदेव। तो जी मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था। आई मीन
हाँ जी.
बिजनेस, हम बिजनेस में रहते हैं तो कुछ ऐसे लोग होते हैं बहुत ही स्मार्ट बोलने में, और वो इस ढंग से चीट करते हैं और चेन ऑफ पीपल्स को चीट करते हैं। फिर वो अपनी स्मार्टनेस से सबसे उधारी लेके जो भी है मार्केट में आता है, बाद में उनका नाम आता है। फिर हमारे अभी एसोसिएशन बन गए, उस पर वो लोग हाईलाइट करते हैं ये पर्सन से है। तो अभी जैसे मेरे को मालूम पड़ गया, आपने जो कार्मिक अकाउंट का बताया, अभी मेरे को मालूम पड़ गया वो पर्सन ऐसा ऐसा कर रहा है और कोई मेरा परिचित ही उससे हो रहा है। कुछ ऐसे ऐसे बेशरम है, उसके लिए सब यूज करूंगा, बेशरम लोग हैं मार्केट में कुछ लोग। तो ये जो कार्मिक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को आप,
वो भी आपका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में ही आता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
जी ये कार्मिक आप जो बोलते हैं कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बढ़ गया है अगर बोल, और अगर हम नहीं बोलते हैं मार्केट में कुछ भी, तो उसका तो मैंने देखा उनका बढ़ता ही जा रहा है उस ढंग से। तो
बिल्कुल.
उसका आप पर तो बहुत कुछ आप पर एनफोर्समेंट भी करते हैं अगर आपने कुछ बोल दिया कर दिया, लेकिन विरोध करना भी तो जरूरी है। और फिर
बिल्कुल.
ये
बिल्कुल. देखिए
कानूनी
मैं
लेवल पे होता है।
वही तो बता रहा हूँ कि विरोध ना करे. ये श्यामला जी ने भी वही पूछा था कि कोई पैसे दिए मैं छोड़ दूं क्या? नहीं, छोड़ने का नहीं. आपका धर्म, आपका कर्तव्य, आपका जो काम कर रहे हो करो,
जी
लेकिन एक हद के बाद वो आपको डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना चाहिए उस चीज को लेके. जैसे कि कोई आपको चीट कर रही है, यू हैव द राइट टू डिफेंड, क्योंकि आप कर रहे हो. लेकिन फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको बताऊं, भगवान राम, वो तो राम थे, तो रावण ने कुछ कर दिया हरकत, तो वो क्या बोले कि चलो खत्म हो गया, वो मेरा प्रारब्ध है जाने दो? नहीं, ही डिड व्हाट इज राइट. उन्होंने अपना धर्म किया उस चीज को लेके, तो वो भी कंप्लीशन ही है. देखिए आप ये मत समझिए, ये वन साइडेड गेम नहीं है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का. ऐसा नहीं है कि लोग सिर्फ आपके पास लेने आएंगे, चीट करने आएंगे, दैट इज कर्मा. नो, यू कैन ऑल्सो गो एंड चीट देम. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दिस. अगर किसी ने आपके पास से कुछ लिया है, आप भी पाओगे कि आप जाके किसी के पास से कुछ तो कुछ तरीके से आप ले लोगे उस चीज को. तो बजाय गिल्ट के मैं बोल रहा हूं, इट्स अ कंप्लीशन, बी डन विथ इट. बिकॉज यू हैव टू वॉच इन अवेयरनेस हाउ लाइफ इज टेकिंग यू. गतिविधियां होती हैं, गतिविधियों में अपने रोकना नहीं है, बस ऑब्स्टेकल ना बने उस चीज को. अभी समझो कोई आके चीट कर लिया आपको, यू डिफेंड इट, और वो आपने प्राप्त भी कर लिया वापस, या आपने राइचियस हो जाके जो भी आपको करना था वो आपने करके यू गॉट इट बैक, फाइन, दैट्स फाइन. बट इज दैट स्टोरी द एंड? क्या और एक नया चल रहा है? और डज दैट पर्सन मूव अवे फ्रॉम योर लाइफ? लेन देन था, खत्म हो गया। अगर वो निकल गया तो कर्म खत्म। अगर निकला नहीं, फिर कोई ये चल रहा है, देन यू हैव टू बिकम अवेयर दैट इज सम दिस पर्सन इज गेटिंग इनटू दैट काइंड ऑफ। तो इसको आप जनरलाइज करके ना देखिए आपके काम धंधे में, ये हर जगह में नहीं होता। ये कहीं एक दो बंदे के साथ ये लंबा खिंचाव चलता है उस चीज को लेके। तो धंधे में जो होता है वो धंधा चलता रहे, जो आपको लेन देन करना है वो सब आप करते रहे। लेकिन जब वो बॉदरेशन बनता है, तो आप थोड़ा डीपली जाके देख सकते हो इस बंदे के साथ क्या मेरा नाता है, क्या इतने करने के बावजूद भी ये छुटकारा नहीं हो रहा, या क्या मैं इतना सब कुछ करने के बाद भी ये चीट करके ही मुझे चला गया, निकल गया, मुझे धोखा दे गया, तो इससे मुझे दुख हो रही है, पीड़ा नहीं। वहां दुखी होने की जरूरत नहीं। जब आपने जो करना था कर लिया, उसका एंड रिजल्ट अगर आपको ये मिल रहा है, तो ये मेरा भाग में है। उधर आपके ऑप्शन नहीं है, वहां आप रिलीज करो उस चीज को लेके। चलो बंदा लेके गया, जिसको ले जाना था लेके गया, ठीक है ना। तो कंप्लीशन आपको इतना टैक्टफुली ये करना चाहिए। तो भगवान राम ने भी वही किया, जहां उनको काम करना था वो किया। वो हर असुर के साथ भी नहीं लड़े, देखना आप। रावण की तरफ जब जा रहे थे, बहुत सारे असुर है उनके पास, सबके साथ वार करते नहीं बैठे, किसी को हट परे बोल के निकल गए। जहां उनको लड़ना था वो लड़े, उनको पता है जहां उनको कंप्लीशन, जहां वो जरूरत नहीं है चीजें, वो अटैक ये करने की जरूरत नहीं। जहां आपको काम करना है, कर्तव्य करना है, वो आप करो उस चीज। ये क्लियर हो गया आपको?
जी, आपने बताया अभी किसी एक केस में मैंने मैंने फिर कंप्लेंट किया उसका, जो भी है
कंप्लेंट।
वेबसाइट पे। जी जी, वेबसाइट पे हमारा जो एसोसिएशन का है। उसके बाद
ओके।
वो मेरा एनिमी हो गया। और वो तो कभी एग्री नहीं करता, आपने ऐसा किया वैसा किया कुछ भी बोलता रहता। और चैन ऑफ पीपल्स का उसके पास पूरा संगठन भी है उस चीज के, चीटर लोगों का, या जो भी वो पैसा लेके बैठा है, गुंडा दादागिरी भी करता है। तो फिर उस केस में कार्मिक अकाउंट आप जो बोले, अब मेरे को कुछ तो रिएक्ट करना पड़ता है उस केस में।
कि जब तक आपको उसका प्रभाव हो रहा है, जब तक आपको दुख हो रहा है, पीड़ा हो रही है, सफरिंग हो रही है, वो आपका कर्म कट रहा है। वो वही तो कर्म है। मेरा सफरिंग कोई आके मुझे दे रहा है, ऐसे ही नहीं देता, क्योंकि मेरा कुछ बनता है उस बंदे के साथ। वो बंदा छोड़ो, मेरा कर्म में मेरा लिखा हुआ है, मैंने कुछ किया हुआ है, उसके लिए वो आ रहा है, उस माध्यम से भी आ रहा है, ठीक है ना। उस चीज को लेके देखो, बहुत सारी चीज है। आप उस बंदे को भी, ये आपके प्रोग्राम्स में बहुत सारे फॉरगिवनेस प्रोग्राम्स, ठीक है ना,
जैसे
आप वो भी करके देखो, आप रिलीज कर पाओगे उस चीज को। उस बंदे को फॉरगिव करके देखो, उनका हाव भाव भी चेंज होता है। क्योंकि कभी कभी लोग आते हैं आपको दुख देने के लिए, पीड़ा देने के लिए, और आपने बोला सह लिया, मैंने लेसन जो लेना था ले लिया, मैंने सीख लिया, तो वो कर्मा खत्म हो जाता है। कभी कभी हमारा जिद भी, हमारा ईगो जिद, वो कर्म को मिटाता नहीं है, तो बार बार लाइफ हमको वही तकलीफ देते रहता है।
लेकिन ये
सब
केस में फाइनेंशियल है ना, और उसका मेरा कोई ऐसा रिश्ता नहीं है, पारिवारिक रिश्ता तो है नहीं उससे। अब वो चीज आता तो मेरे को रिएक्शन भी करना पड़ता है। रिएक्शन मेरा ये हो गया कि मैंने साइड पे दे दिया, और देना भी जरूरी है। तो ये पारिवारिक मैटर नहीं हुआ, ऐसे फाइनेंशियली केस में आउटसाइड है।
कर्म तो हमारा किसी के साथ भी बनता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। ये अगर आपने पूरी कंप्लीट नहीं किया, ये परिवार में भी आ सकता है अगले जन्म में। तो ये ऐसा कोई नहीं है परिवार, ये सब चीजें, ये सिंपली लेन देन का चक्कर है। तो आप इसमें लेसन देख लो कि इसमें सीख क्या मिल रही है मुझे। एंड समटाइम्स इज इट वर्थ टू लेट इट गो एंड फिनिश ऑफ द मैटर? इफ इट कैन बी डन, इफ इट कैन गिव यू पीस, रिलीफ, और इस बंदे से छुटकारा मिल सकता है, यू कैन सिंपली क्लोज द इश्यू। तो फैक्टर्स बहुत हैं, मैं डिसाइड करने वाला कोई नहीं हूँ। आप देख सकते हो, आप हर से करते कैलकुलेट करके देख सकते हो। हमको क्या करना है, क्लोजर, गिव इट कंप्लीशन। हर एक बंदे को, ये बंदे को नहीं।
आई एम पीसफुल मनोज जी से इतना सीखा सब है, लेकिन मैंने आपका जब कार्मिक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का एक नया वर्ड सुना, तो आई एम वेरी पीसफुल। अब मेरे को उसके बारे में
फर्क ही नहीं
इनसाइड
पड़ता। आप अगले
फीलिंग
10
लेवल पे नहीं
कोर्सेस और वो सब चीजें करते रहो। लेकिन मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ, इफ यू फील इट इज वर्थ इट, एंड इफ यू फील देर आर स्टिल चांसेस दैट मैं ये करता हूँ, इट इज नॉट अफेक्टिंग मी, देन इट्स एब्सोल्युटली ब्रिलियंट टू कंटिन्यू विद इट। एंड तो आप कंप्लीशन ही दे रहे हो, क्योंकि देखिए
है। मेरा
वो
जी,
बंदा आपसे कुछ सीख रहा है, ये भी समझ
जी,
लीजिएगा। कार्मिक
मेरा
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट
जी,
हम उधर से ही ले रहे हैं, आप दे भी रहे हो उसको वापस। तो वो अगर हो रहा है, लेकिन आप बैलेंस्ड हो, देन कीप लेट इट गो, डजंट मैटर एट ऑल। मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ, इफ इट इज बिकमिंग टू मच ऑफ बॉदरेशन, फिर समझ लो इज इट ट्राइंग टू टीच मी समथिंग? and find out ways to get rid of it, complete it.
क्या ऐसे पर्सन को एक्सपोज करना चाहिए?
वो आपके ऊपर है, वो आपके ऊपर है कंप्लीटली कि आप उसको ये करना चाहते हो. सी इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन, आर यू ट्राइंग टू कंटिन्यू द मैटर फर्दर, कि आप उनको एक्सपोज इसलिए कर रहे हो कि मैं रिवेंज लेके रहूंगा, मेरा काफी उन्होंने नुकसान किया है, अब मैं भी उनको एक्सपोज. यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट ऑल दीज थिंग्स. इफ इट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम वेंजियंस देन देयर इज कॉन्सिक्वेंस टू इट. तो गारंटी आप उनको एक्सपोज करोगे तो बंदा, तो आप ऐसा नहीं है कि वो बोलेंगे स्वीकार है. So there is more drama to it. So you have to calculate and see whether I have enough time and patience to spend time with this contract and keep playing with this. Yeah, give it an end. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही, अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा आपको. आवाज नहीं आ रही, अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा, अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा.
अनम्यूट अनम्यूट करिए महेंद्र जी, अनम्यूट अनम्यूट. अनम्यूट अनम्यूट. हाँ, हो गया हो गया. ये आवाज नहीं आ रहा है, आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. योर वॉइस इज नॉट कमिंग, देयर इज नो साउंड, वी कांट हियर यू. ओके, ऑलराइट, नो प्रॉब्लम. वील Prakash ji wants to ask a question. Yes, Prakash ji.
जय गुरुदेव जैक जी.
जय गुरुदेव जी.
हाँ सर जी, हम कई बार देखते हैं, मतलब कई जगह, मतलब है ना, एक छोटा सा मतलब बेबी हुआ, लड़का है लड़की कोई भी हुआ, तो वो 3 दिन हॉस्पिटल में पैदा होते ही, मतलब 3 दिन हॉस्पिटल रहता है, फिर वो वेंटिलेटर पे चल जाता है, या कोई कोई ऐसा कोई बीमारी आता है कि भाई, तो वो कोई निमोनिया हो गया या कुछ भी हो गया और उसकी डेथ हो जाती है. तो वो 3 दिन में कौन सा कार्मिक अकाउंट उसने बिल्ड किया होगा? अगर आपका आंसर चलो भी कि इसका पूर्व जन्म का है, तो ये पूर्व जन्म का अकाउंट कौन रखता है, कैसे रखता है, कौन मेंटेन करता है इसका अकाउंट सभी, मतलब
समथिंग कॉल्ड एज कॉस्मिक इंटेलिजेंस. ये वही अकाउंट रखता है जो सूरज को चमकाता है, जो रोज में फ्रेग्रेंस डालता है, जो हरा नीला पीला कलर चूज करता है, जो इन सब चीज, ये एक इंटेलिजेंस है हमारे यहाँ. ये प्रकृति जो बनाता है उसी को हम गॉड कहते हैं. गॉड कह लो, कुछ भी कह लो, वो इंटेलिजेंस उसको एनालाइज करके ऑटोमेटिक सिस्टम में है सब, ऑटोमेटिक. तो आपका प्रश्न ये था कि कौन रखता है, या फिर वो बंदे का जो आप कह रहे हो कि वेंटिलेटर पे थे?
हाँ नहीं, जो वेंटिलेटर पे उसका डेथ होता है, तो उसने तो इस जन्म में तो कोई कर्म नहीं बांधे ना, उसने उसने 3 दिन में तो कोई कर्म नहीं बांधे होंगे.
इस जन्म में नहीं होता, ऐसा नहीं होता. इट इज
हाँ
ऑलवेज कैरी फॉरवर्ड ऑफ प्रीवियस लाइफ टाइम. एंड मेनी टाइम्स
हाँ
क्या होता है,
हाँ
जो कभी कभी मेडिकली ये होते हैं, ट्रबल देते हैं, या
हाँ
अपने आप कोमा में, एक दो आपको विवरण बता रहा हूँ कि कोई समझे आप कोमा में चले गए,
हाँ
आपके जो भी है, और हॉस्पिटल बिल बढ़ गए, वो सब चीजें हो गई, ये हो गई, वो हो गया. आप सोच रहे कि वो सफर कर रहा है, मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि वो सफर ही नहीं कर रहा है, क्योंकि वो न्यूट्रल में चला गया.
हाँ
उसको आभास तक नहीं है, उसको फिजिकल प्रॉब्लम है, पेन है, उसको वो भी आभास नहीं है.
हाँ
कोमा में जो चला जाता है वो वेजिटेबल है, डेड.
हाँ.
कॉन्शियस, चेतना अलर्ट है, बट इट कैनॉट फील अंडरस्टैंड एनीथिंग. तो
करेक्ट.
वो अपना कर्म नहीं निभा रहा है, वो उन लोगों के लिए कार्मिक लोड हो जा रहा है जो अभी वो पेमेंट करने वाले. तो दे कैन नेसेसरली नॉट बी पेइंग देयर ओन कर्मा, बट दे कैन बिकम अ माध्यम टू
हाँ.
मेक somebody else repay their karma.
राइट. थैंक यू जैक जी. थैंक यू.
Wonderful. Jake Light ji, we have some more participants who want to ask the questions. So I would request the participants to ask in English because it is in English today. And you can ask in short your questions. Then we can have short answers, and we have quite a few who are wanting to, ask because of the time factor. So I would, yes, Rashmi ji, please ask your questions in English and make it short. Yes. I'm just putting you on spotlight. Yeah. Rashmi ji, you can start your camera. Yes.
Yeah. So my
Yes.
question is, like, what can we do for those people who are like you don't know them, they are trying to manipulate things, and you know you are not aware, but they are affecting you and your family life and friends. So I don't know what to do with them, and you are not aware how and what they are doing to make things worse in your life. But
The
so
whole question is, when you say they are making my life worse, it is not about who is making our life worse. It is about why am I allowing my life to become worse. As long as we have life, please let us understand that we will always have triggers. We will have always environments, people, places, things that wants to do according to them, because they are all functioning according to their karma. Please let us understand. Everybody is not here to favor us. They are all simply, enacting their own karmas. So they will do what they want. What I do is what I want. And what do I want? I want peace. I don't want any reaction on this. So I move into that space of awareness. I become neutral and allow people to do what they want. That is what I told one person here. Let them do what they want. You be what you want to be. You have full karma right and control over your karma. You have absolutely no control over other karma. So I shouldn't be bothering how can I control people? And that is impossible in this life. Nobody can control anybody else. I can only control the way I think, the way I react, and the way I look at things in myself. So if I make myself strong and neutral to all these things, those who have to keep playing, they'll keep playing until they're tired and they'll simply go away. They will continue to persist only if you are giving them success. If you're allowing yourself to get angered, emotional, sad, then they're succeeding. They love troubling you. They will keep poking that button again and again. You simply refuse to do that, and you will not encourage them to do that. They will feel demotivated after some time and they'll leave you alone.
but it is affecting others' behavior also. So and especially when they are your family members and they are behaving, uh, you know, uh, you haven't done anything,
Same.
and
ये कभी नहीं बोलना आप कि you haven't done anything. You have done a lot of things. वही कार्मिक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट की हम बात कर रहे हैं. Nobody is यहाँ दूध का दूल्हा. सब हमने किया हुआ है. Haven't done anything कभी नहीं बोलना चाहिए. दूसरा मैं बोल रहे हैं कि आपके फैमिली, if somebody is being affected in your family, the whole things, please let us understand, we have not taken theka, we have not taken contract for the family stuff. Everybody is unwinding their own prarabdha. It's all drama. Everybody's drama, they are throwing it out. And you can't help that game. You can only help my game, my own game. What am I here to play? Am I here to get involved in all these things and get more entangled in these things, or simply pull the seat back? I have learned my lesson. I learn it. I become blissful. And I'm telling you, most of the time, when people see you in good vibes, in vibration, in neutral, they simply drop down their weapons, and many become inspired to become like you, because they all want to see that peace that you are. You become an example without teaching anybody, without trying to control anybody. So that's the most powerful thing that can happen, and that is what we are here for. Spiritual seekers are here only to change ourselves, not to change anybody.
thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Yes. Vandana ji, you can unmute yourself. Once again, just reminding those who want to ask, make it the short questions and we can have short answers. We can accommodate others, everyone. So, yeah. Yes, Vandana ji, you can ask.
मैं हिंदी में ही पूछ पाऊंगी, इंग्लिश नहीं बोल पाऊंगी मैं.
ओके ओके, ठीक है, ठीक.
जी. सर, एक्चुअली मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि मैं मतलब कई बार इतना डीपली किसी पर्सन से अगर मैं हर्ट हूँ तो उसका रिजल्ट ये आता है कि जहाँ कहीं भी तेज म्यूजिक चल रहा होता है, मतलब बहुत ज्यादा तेज वाला, तो मैं अपना बैलेंस खो बैठती हूँ. मतलब जैसे एक कहते हैं ना कि किसी को चौंकी आना या एनर्जी काफी हाई होना, और वो जमीन पे जैसे लोटपोट वाला सिस्टम हो जाता है. तो मुझे मतलब जब मेरे को 2-3 लोगों ने ऐसा देखा तो उन्होंने बोला कि आपके अंदर डीप कहीं इमोशनल ब्लॉकेज है जो आपको ये मतलब ट्रिगर करता है, तो आप उस टाइम इस स्थिति में आ जाते हो. तो मैं उस स्थिति से परेशान हो गई हूँ, क्योंकि कई बार तो मेरी बेटी मेरे साथ होती थी, लेकिन अब वो नहीं होती है, तो मुझे संभालने वाला कोई नहीं होता इस कंडीशन में. तो वो जो ट्रिगर करती है वो चीज, मैं उससे कैसे कंट्रोल करूँ?
नहीं, ट्रिगर्स यानी कि वुंड्स जो है, जो अभी तक हमने हील नहीं किया, बहुत सारे ऐसे चीजें हैं जो हमने हील नहीं किया, एड्रेस नहीं किया उस सब चीजों को। और ये एक सेटिंग में होने वाली चीज नहीं है, क्योंकि यही तो हमारा कर्म बनता है, यही हमारा जीवने का मतलब, ये यही हमारा लाइफ के एक एक ड्रामा बन जाता है। तो इसको आप एक यात्रा जैसे ले ले कि आप एक एक चीज को, इस चीज को सजग होके आप एक यात्रा पे लग जाए, और धीरे धीरे इसको आप हटा सकते हो, टाइम लग सकता है। मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, ये सब कोर्सेस अवेलेबल है। आप चाहे तो, क्योंकि ये 2 मिनट में, ये देखो यहाँ पे टाइम भी नहीं है, तो 1-2 मिनट में ये सब
बिल्कुल
एक चीज नहीं है। लेकिन मैं इतना आपको बोल रहा हूँ कि ये सब पॉसिबल है, अगर आप समय और आपकी सिंसियरिटी आपके सेल्फ डिस्कवरी में दे दो। ये सारे पॉसिबल है, समय के साथ ये सब मिटता है। आपकी जो डीप इनसिक्योरिटी है कि मैं अकेली हूँ, आगे क्या होगा, ये सब निकल जाता है। तो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, फैक्टर्स है कि धीरे धीरे इसको आप ये कर सकते हो। आप एक बार वेबसाइट पे देख लीजिए, इन्होंने यहाँ शेयर भी किया है, shiftingintoawareness.com। वहां पे आप कोर्सेज है, आप डीपली उस चीज को कर सकते हो, या फिर आपके जो भी प्रोसेसेस है ऑलरेडी, उस चीज को भी कर सकते हो। जो भी आपको उपाय दे, आप उस चीज को करें। और जो भी थैंक यू जी, थैंक यू। जो भी नंबर भी मांग रहे हैं मेरे यहाँ पे वगैरह, नंबर वोंट बी पॉसिबल बिकॉज आई डोंट इंटरेक्ट पर्सनली, वो उसके लिए समय भी नहीं मिलता। बट यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम टू द प्लेटफॉर्म shiftingintoawareness.com/join। वहां आप ज्वाइन कर लीजिए, आप हमारे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में आ जाएंगे। एंड सेशंस हमारे ऐसे सब होते हैं, यू कैन सिंपली कम एंड आस्क क्वेश्चन देयर, क्लैरिटी सेशन बहुत होते हैं। आप वहां ज्वाइन, वहां मैं इंटरेक्ट करता हूँ 1-to-1।
जी, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, Neetu ji, you can unmute and you can ask your question. Yeah.
One second. Good evening, sir. Actually, I'm sorry I joined in quite late, but I have a major question. One very important question is, um, I don't know why, but I have learned a lot of spiritual sciences, whether it is Reiki or pranic healing. I have gone to even doing past life regression sessions with people and know why I'm facing what I'm facing. But all this knowledge that I've learned, I'm not able to put it into practice. Can you help me with this?
खिचड़ी बन गया है।
हाँ, बहुत
खिचड़ी
सीखा
खाने
बहुत कुछ है, नॉलेज बहुत मिला है। That is blessing that even on this platform, it is only via कड़ी जुड़ती गई और अच्छे लोगों का साथ मिलता गया। But इतना नॉलेज मिलने के बाद I question myself, why am I not putting it into practice?
something called spiritual indigestion, because too much of eating from too many places can cause indigestion. So you then you start having all those things. It's not a problem. You have all the right to go everywhere. You have all the right to seek all the paths, all the trainings, all the ये आप क्यों देख रहे हो past life regression, pranic healing, reiki, ये वो फलाना निमताना? Because you are still searching something. But complete that search somewhere and find that thing which suits you so much, because all this searching is good, but ultimately settle down with one or two which you feel this process can give. It can be any process, whichever process you like, whichever master you like, whatever you like, you settle down with it, and then you give it some time for you to unfold with only those practices. Let all these things be in the background till then, and then do it for some time, and you'll see beautiful things happening. Join TSC, koi keh rahe, I don't know what is TSC. Whatever you want, you join, but it should be appealing and it should be, nourishing your heart and soul. If you are doing it out of compulsion or if you're doing it out of obligation, it will not work. So find that soul matter which can give you those completion. It is in one of these, whatever you said, Reiki, Wiki, wo sab cheeze hai. And if you are jumping from one thing to the other, let me check this, that means the previous ones are not working. So we should be very authentic to say that, my search is still going on, and you can still continue your search also further till you find the right kind of solutions. And believe me, it will happen. You'll find it.
One more question, last, I'll just quickly ask. Since my marriage, I have been losing a lot of gold. I don't know where gold ornaments. I don't know where I lose it. I don't know who takes it. I don't know where, कहाँ से जाता है, मुझे आज तक नहीं पता पड़ा. And after I lose it, and after many days, I realize this was here, it's not here. So where is it gone? Why does this happen and how to solve this?
So what do you think is the lesson in this?
Carelessness.
I see you should not be have affinity towards gold. It will be snatched away from you. Sometimes when things comes, when Maya comes, when illusion comes, which is not right for you, which is not for your highest good, it can be simply snatched away from you also. See, this is just my suggestion I'm saying. But there are many ways, and it will take some time for you to investigate and find out what is the reason. But what I say is don't put it on marriage. Maybe it's a coincidence that after those things, it started happening. You know, this is how we can get into it and then create a block and say my marriage is the reason for it. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. There can be so many factors. You investigate and you will find out. That's not a thing. See, one thing. Huh?
Try कर लिया कुछ solution नहीं मिला इधर
Just
से.
consciously एक जो बोला आपको, you see that what is not good for you, what is not in your highest good will be taken away from you. That's the law of nature in your spiritual evolution also. Maybe you have affinity towards gold. Maybe that's a lust towards that gold. Maybe you crave for it. Maybe it's not good for you. There are hundreds of factors. You'll have to find out. This is what came to me right now. You'll have to find out your own stuff.
How do I find out? If you can guide me on that.
Through these awareness processes, there are so many ways that you investigate and you'll find the lesson if you are seeking for it.
Thank you.
You can still go on with it, but here is not, we don't have it. Rajesh ji, पीछे लग जाएंगे डंडे, देखिए हमारी.
Wonderful. Yeah. Poonam ji has a question. Yes, Poonam ji, unmute करिए. You can ask your question. Yeah, this thing is there. Just see. From here, that signal is gone. 1 second. हो गया. Yeah.
Yes, now I'm able to unmute. Yes, good evening, Jai Gurudev. Hello, Jack. मैंने आपका पूरा सेशन सुना, so it was wonderful, and this is my favorite subject to talk, that karmic account, all-time favorite subject. Okay, so my question is, I have a daughter. She is uniquely abled, and I need to be with her 24/7.
The special
So,
check.
yeah, special child. She is now 16 years, and I have to be with her 24/7. So I always feel that there is some karmic account of me with her. And so my question is, मैं इस जन्म में या अभी जो वो मेरे साथ है, तो मैं ऐसा क्या करूं कि उसके साथ जो मे बी मेरा कार्मिक अकाउंट है वो क्लोज हो जाए, कंप्लीट हो जाए, और मुझे वो कैसे समझ में आएगा कि वो कंप्लीट हो चुका है. So how do I interact with her? How do I deal with her? Yeah, that is my question.
Gurudev is to always tell very clearly, when special child comes into your life, it is a clear-cut indication that the child has come to teach you unconditional love. That is the biggest missing factor in the soul's journey, where the unconditional love has not been mastered for some reason. So an entry of such a soul, which is so challenging, it will put you into that state कि आपको और कोई राय नहीं, but give it love, because you can't do anything. There is no other thing, and you know कि उसको भी बेचारा बेचारी को समझ नहीं पा रहा है उस चीज को. You have no other option but to love it under all circumstances. The biggest tapas that you get. And please understand, the special children are indigo children. They are very special souls. Yesterday also we had two people here who have special children. Special children are people who cannot, unki soul expansion itni vast hai, they cannot hold on to this limited body and brain and thing. वो it blows out of proportion. उनकी awareness, उनकी consciousness इतनी vast है, the bodies cannot hold them, like Ashtavakra. So they actually get so-called deformed, but they are elevated souls. So they are, elevated souls that have entered into your life with a great purpose. It's like a blessing to have them. They're already blessed you with that. But there is this amount of suffering and challenges that you go through. It is for a very high purpose. So you don't have to do anything to do. They are the greatest blessing that have come. There is no need to finish any karma with them. All that you do is you are forced to give unconditional love. Just give and the best that you can, the love and care and attention without expectation, without doing anything, and just finish off that lifetime with the best thing that you can do. That's they have entered your life to teach you something very important. That's all that you can do. And it's a
Okay.
blessing to have this kind of children. They teach you a lot. They make you come closer to God.
यस यस हाँ दैट इज ट्रू कि उसके लाइफ में आने के बाद मेरा लेवल काफी अप ही जा रहा है सो मेरा पेशेंस लेवल, मेरा हर एक चीज में मैं ऊपर से ऊपर ही जा रही हूँ, बट फिर भी कोई बार वो इरिटेशन, वो चिड़चिड़ आ जाती है, तो वही
इस चीज को ऑब्जर्व करके देखो कि अगर वो बच्ची नहीं आती तो आपकी अवस्था क्या होती। आपको समझ आएगा आपकी चेतना, आपकी सोल एवोल्यूशन कहाँ तक पहुंच जाती वो अगर नहीं होता। उसमें आपको ड्रास्टिक चेंज दिखता है कि अनुग्रह शक्ति है। शिव सूत्र में बताते हैं शिव ये ऐसे इस तरह के प्रकार के चैलेंजेस मैं ही देता हूँ आप, ताकि आप लौट आओ, नहीं तो आप चले जाते हो दूर दूर दूर।
ट्रू।
ओके
थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू।
It's wonderful. So now, no more questions. Now you can share what did you get to learn from today's Joy Shop? What was your learning? What was your realization? Please share in the chat box. So considering the time factor, we can just share our learnings. Yes. So you can put it in the chat box and you can raise your hand if you want to share today's learnings. Yeah. आज का learning या realization you can share, put it in the chat box, or of course you can raise your hand also. Yes. So definitely, Jake Light ji, I think today it was a very, very powerful session, and you put it in such simple words, is what I can say. And truly, absolutely, I 100% believe and resonate with what you shared. Like my learning and realization and reinforcement is number one is that if the things are getting repeated in my life means the learning is not complete. I need to see what the learning of that thing, that experience or the situation or the circumstance, whatever it is, number one. Number two is that you mentioned that you're the creator of your destiny. So beautiful. And number three is that when you shared that, we need to be aware, either we are signing off a contract or we are signing in a new contract. So that was really powerful. So that reinforcement is what happened for me. And yes, Shruti, you can also share.
We need one more section.
Yeah, you can unmute.
थैंक यू फॉर रियली अ गुड सेशन। ये सब पता था, कार्मिक अकाउंट होता है, ऐसा डेप्ट होता है, अपना ही कर्म है, पर फिर भी वो हमेशा डाउट होता था कि क्या करना चाहिए, कैसे करना चाहिए, कहाँ अटके हैं। वो कैट वाला एग्जाम्पल आपका था, वो रियलाइज हुआ कि हाँ कहीं ना कहीं हमने मस्ती मजाक में कभी कुछ किया रहेगा जो हमेशा सोचते हैं हम कि क्या किया है, हमने तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं किया है। यू गेव दैट पिंच ऑफ सॉल्ट कि हाँ हमने कुछ तो किया है जिसकी वजह से हम मिल रहा है। वो एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं था। स्टिल आई विल से इट्स नॉट 100% एक्सेप्टेंस। तो जब तक मेरा एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं आएगा आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू लेट गो सो मेनी थिंग्स, एंड दैट्स द फर्स्ट थिंग आई विल वर्क ऑन माई सेल्फ टू टेक द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। एंड रियली अ गुड सेशन। मतलब सब कुछ पता होने के बाद भी काफी क्लियरिटी मिला है आपके पास। मतलब ये सब पता था, कर्मा ये वो।
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Wonderful. Yes, Natisha. You can unmute. Check now, check. Yeah.
Jai Gurudev.
जय
Can you hear
गुरुदेव।
me?
हाँ नतीजा,
Jacob ji,
आप
You
अनम्यूट
got
हो। Out हो गए.
Yeah, you can unmute again.
हाँ, जय गुरुदेव. Jacob ji, आपको okay, this is English. It's really always so fantastic to listen to you. You know, I keep listening to your videos, and just listening to you automatically brings me into awareness. I don't know how it happens, but it happens. I
Contagious.
yeah, sir. Yeah, contagious. So I automatically go into awareness. I automatically become what's happening around me, my body, everything goes, you know. And ऐसे में खुद से if I sit on my own, it doesn't happen that easily the way it happens with you. So today, my realization was regarding I am responsible. I have been hearing this from many years. Okay, but then I am responsible. Somehow I had taken it as a burden. Hey Bhagwan, you know, like that. I'm responsible like that. So when you said that it comes with a power, it comes, of course, it comes with the power, but then still, when the awareness is not there, it is just a disaster. So when you said that it is freedom, it just, you know, blossomed. I was like, oh wow, I never thought of this angle that it is a freedom.
Perspective, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, like it made me so delighted and total, I don't have more words than this. So thank you so much for giving that clarity.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you.
It's wonderful, very nice. Yes, Prakash ji.
Yes, thank you, Jack. So many inputs we got today. And whatever the things are happening in my life, I am totally responsible for that. And while doing the new actions or karmas or whatever, we have to be very careful and be with a lot of awareness. If I do this, I will have to face these consequences in the future. So with a lot of awareness, we should move actually. Whatever the work you're doing or whatever you're saying or whatever words you're acting, whatever intentions you're feeling, every time you should be in awareness actually. That's what I learned today, Sabji. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Very nice, Prakash ji. Yes, Rashmi ji, you can unmute. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for a wonderful session. It was very like अवेयरनेस मेरा इतना ज्यादा हो गया, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा था अभी तक कि ऐसा हो क्यों रहा है. मैंने कुछ किसी का किया नहीं, लेकिन अंदर अंदर मैं वो आपने जैसे बोला ना कार्मिक अकाउंट में अपने क्रिएट कहीं तो किए होंगे. और मैंने एक चीज और भी सोच रही थी कि कुछ चीज मैं रिलेट कर पा रही थी कि ये ऐसा मैंने सोचा था मेरी फ्रेंड से सुन के इनलॉज के बारे में कि इनलॉज ऐसे होते हैं ना, तो ऐसा करेंगे तो मैं ऐसा करूंगी. मैं कहीं तो सोचा था शुरू में. तो व्हेन आई गॉट मैरिड आई हैड कपल ऑफ दिस डिस्कशंस विद माय फ्रेंड्स. तो मैंने सोचा था कि ऐसा होगा तो मैं ऐसा करूंगी. फिर मेरे पापा मुझे बोलते थे कि बेटा पहले ऐसा होता था कि एक जन्म में करो अगले जन्म में मिलेगा. अभी तो इंस्टेंट मैगी का भी जमाना है, मैगी 2 मिनट में होता है ना. अभी इस जन्म में किया इसी जन्म में मिलता है, अगले जन्म तक भी भगवान नहीं वेट करते हैं. तो मैं वो भी सोच रही थी कि मैंने वो जो सोचा था ना, शायद हो सकता है इसकी वजह से ये लोग ऐसा बिहेव कर रहे हैं या ऐसा रिएक्ट कर रहे हैं. तो वो जो 2 मिनट्स नूडल्स वाला है ना, वो इस जन्म में काम कर रहा है. जो मैंने उस टाइम पे सोचा था वो अभी ये लोग ऐसा रिएक्ट क्यों कर रहे हैं, जबकि मैं अच्छा ही कर रही हूँ. मैं किसी का बुरा कर नहीं सकती, सोच नहीं सकती, बट जो मैंने सुन के सोचा और जो बना उसका शायद हो सकता है ये मुझे मिल रहा है. बट नाउ आई विल ट्राई, लाइक आई एम ट्राइंग टू. आपने जैसे बोला कि इसको सिर्फ आप सिर्फ वो ऑब्जर्व करो, सिर्फ देखो, उसको रिएक्ट मत करो. तो आई विल ट्राई कि, और मैं सीख रही हूँ अभी कि कोई कुछ करता है तो उसको मैं ऐसे एज वो अपना रोल प्ले कर रहा है ऐसे उसको देखूं, नहीं कि उसके लिए मैं अपने दिमाग में ग्रजेस या कुछ लेकर बैठूं, कोई थॉट लेकर बैठूं. तो मैं सोच वो सब धीरे धीरे छोड़ना सीख रही हूँ. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर हेल्पिंग मी.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you for coming.
Wonderful. So we'll take the sharings later. And now we will go to the next segment. And before that, yes, definitely, Jake Light ji, once again, thank you so much for removing time for all of us. from that schedule which you have been traveling. And today also you had a session, but you cut it short, specially so that you could be over here with all of us. And truly, it was a very, very powerful session. Yeah.
My friend said, हमारे वकील साहब ने बोला कि भैया आपका टाइम हो रहा है. I said, I'm sorry, I have to stop this. So हम कंटिन्यू कर लेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. But I'm very happy to be a part of this team, because I don't know, I have truly love for Rishi Prabhakar ji. And whenever I think about him and you guys, I know it's that love and that energy, that soulfulness that's coming. And since I'm connected, I feel like a family here. And Manoj bhai, thanks to him for getting me into this whole thing. So I feel very obliged whenever you guys call me here. I said, yeah, I can serve, I can help in some way.
Thank you, Jacob. I've been listening quite some time. So wonderful. And I'm here in Bangalore that way. So always like someone shared awareness. So Jacob equals awareness. Okay. All the time he speaks on that. So actually the whole life is just a game of awareness. I say you are as happy as much as you are aware, or you are as unhappy as much as you are unaware. That's all.
That's good.
Your happiness is directly proportional to awareness.
जरा पूर्ण चेहरा तो दिखाओ आपके.
Purna chehra mein abhi I'm just seeing I'm on a mobile. Yeah.
Sit down, because I am seeing you after ages now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know whether he's put it on the spotlight or no, but we both are supposed to be.
Yes, spotlight.
Sure, you're in the ashram.
Yeah, I'm at Bangalore.
Not at the ashram, right?
Yeah, ashram only.
ऋषि प्रभाकर जी की समाधि के पास, same ashram.
हाँ.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So that it's ahead of that, no, Haraholi. You had come here once, you said, no?
Yeah, I had visited.
Yeah. Okay. So how are you? How are things?
I'm fine, absolutely fine. आपके दर्शन इस बहाने तो हुए. I know you are also have. We just had a short call some 1 month back, and then we got into the lives. So I'm happy to see you here.
Yeah. You come sometime to Katarkadak whenever you are.
I'll surely come. The place already. First life's retreat started. My divine work started there. So
Right.
forget that place. But
so now you're having it regularly.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that. But my schedules have been too tightened up in this past few months.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have loved to be there, and I'll try to make it there. I'll get in touch.
You're having your retreats regularly now.
Yeah, regularly now. Everywhere it's like I'm right now in Delhi, Ghaziabad. We had retreat there, one session there in Delhi. Today I'm in Ghaziabad here.
Wonderful. Beautiful. Yeah. We have made it a little simple. Rajesh will explain to you later on. Live life king size on just being. I am only teaching them science of consistency. Thoda karo, roj karo, and don't be in a hurry. It will happen automatically if you're continuing on the path. Otherwise, we just do for some time and then we forget.
That's the main key. Consistent. That's it. Beautiful.
Yeah. Lots of love.
Lots of love to you. Stay care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Manoj ji. Thank you, Jakelite ji. Beautiful.
Thank you, Rajesh ji.
Yeah, thank you. Jai Gurudev.
Thank you to everybody here. Jai Gurudev.